We are live.
Yes, we are.
Good night, everybody.
There's nobody in there anyway right now. Well, there's 4 people. It's 3 of them are us, I think.
I'm giving them until 9:03, and then I'm shutting this down.
Wonder if I'll be able to see the chat over here.
I'm not sure. I always keep my phone on and look at the chat while we're doing stuff. Because I'm on my Chromebook right here.
Hey, Dan.
Lovely Chrome. Hey, Dan, what's up, buddy?
I usually have YouTube open and StreamYard at the same time, but I just look at the StreamYard chat.
Tonight we have Slasher Uprising, formerly J Super Awesome. Jack.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Damn right, man. Just wanted to talk slashers. It's time. It's past time.
Hey, Verge.
I mean, what's the guy got to do to get on this show?
I know.
Hey, we've been slacking.
As much as it takes for us to have it.
We've been slacking ourselves. I know
Yeah.
we weren't streaming as much as we had planned on, but
nah. I do see some clear sailing from here on out. So
I think our problem is what happens is we have time to do it, but we always choose to watch movies over doing the stream. So
yeah,
I can understand that.
It's like, do we stream for 3 hours or do we watch 2 movies together? You know, it's that balance.
Or do we watch one movie and get a snacky snack?
Well, see, another thing is like you guys were extremely busy with all the like the franchise frenzy and doing all that stuff, and now with the nasties.
Yeah, the nasties. That's our focus now. Yeah,
we are pretty much well enough ahead.
Yeah,
that if we don't feel like watching a movie, or if we feel like watching something else, like if one of us feels like watching Tenebrae, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Then we don't have to do it.
JP,
Trader.
How you doing, buddy? Thank you.
Hey, double shot.
Us. Yeah, Tenebrae.
So I did go back and watch the Stepfather franchise this week because I knew you guys had recently been talking about those.
Yeah.
Yes, the entire franchise. I watched all of them this week. The first time that I have seen the Stepfather remake since it originally released.
I like that movie. I really do.
I have absolutely no idea why I never, returned to it or whatever, but I really enjoyed it. But I do remember the one thing about it that I didn't like.
Let me guess. Amber Heard?
No.
Oh, no. You're a fan of her. That's right. Well, who was it?
My one thing that I didn't like about it was there was way too many people surviving.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Think about this, though. What kind of impact would it have been for the ending if he would have at least killed one of those kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I would have chosen the smaller one, right? I don't like him anyway.
JP, I agree. Stepfather 3, it's cheesy but fun. I think it's super underrated too.
Definitely.
We had a blast with that one. Stepfather 3 is obviously the rarest, the most obscure. No one really talks about that one, so I always enjoy revisiting that one.
I love the opening, and it was kind of a natural progression for that movie.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, he had already been changing identities. So
I think it's clever.
Yeah.
It's actually a brilliant way. Okay, we can't get Terry O'Quinn back. Let's have him have surgery. It's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, and he had to take it a step further because, I mean, he could only change so much,
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what really surprised me?
The movie opens up, it's really storming, and it sets the mood right out the gate.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have the surgeon with a cigarette in one hand and the surgical instrument in the other hand. And,
it always reminds me of the Joker in Batman '89, like when he's getting the bandages cut off and stuff.
Yeah. I was like Nighthawks when Rucker Hauer got plastic surgery because he really did look different after. They did a pretty good makeup job on him.
Verge, Violent Nature. I liked it. Jason liked it a little bit more than I did, but we both liked it.
Yeah, it was a good one. I like it.
Yeah, just the way the tone, it's opened up with a great tone setter, and then like after you progress past that, like basically the next scene where you see the stepfather, he's like in a bunny costume, you know?
Yeah.
So,
yes.
What a transition, you know?
Yeah. And he comes off a little bit more innocent than I think Terry O'Quinn did. Maybe it's because of the bunny costume. I don't know, but he seems very he doesn't seem like a threat, I guess.
That's why it works.
Yeah, it does. It does. It completely works. Yeah, definitely.
That's why I'm glad
they casted Dylan Walsh as the stepfather in the remake.
Yep.
One thing that I really enjoyed about revisiting each one and stuff, and it carries the same theme throughout each movie, and it's like, it's really fun to kind of, when you hit those awkward moments when things are starting to break, you know, it's not the perfect family, and he's trying so hard, and it's
fun. Yeah, seeing those little meltdowns, like slow, you know, they're just gradually happening.
Yeah, I told you my mom walked in, and that was the part where he hit the mom with the phone.
I thought you were going to say your mom walked in during the Jill Sherlin shower scene and you were indisposed.
No, she walked in when Terry O'Quinn hit the mom with the phone.
Yeah.
She was like, she kind of made some kind of noise and walked out of the room. That was it for her. So for the stepfather.
Another thing, though, like now that you guys are talking about some of the characters and some of the actors and stuff, that entire franchise consistently has great characters and great actors in each one.
Yep. Yeah. Even the third one, which is considered, I guess, the bastard of the franchise, I guess, up until the remake came out. But the remake has really good actors in it as well.
Yeah, it's got a great cast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, you got a wood chipper in the third one.
Yeah. Yes, the ending is cool. Awesome. JP loved Jill Sherlin a few years ago. The Drive-In, they were supposed to screen the original. The studio sent the damn remake. Oh wow. Yeah, Jill. Wow. Oh man, it's a great shower scene in that original.
That's the only time she did nudity too, wasn't it?
I think it might have been. I don't know.
She didn't do it in Phantom of the Opera, I don't think. She didn't do it in When a Stranger Calls Back.
Cutting Class, I don't think so.
She didn't do it in Cutting Class. Yeah. You know, I Madman she was in too, I think. Wasn't she in that?
She was in the Curse to the Bot.
Yes.
Okay, right. With Klinger.
The dude Jamie with the snake hand.
Jamie Farr, yeah.
Man, when I was a kid, that snake hand always freaked me out.
That's popcorn.
Popcorn.
Yeah. Did she do nudity in that one, JP? Because it's been a while since I watched that one.
Stranger Calls Back is such an underrated. Jason loves When a Stranger Calls Back.
I do. I like it better than the original.
I love it. I like it too. I like it a lot.
Yeah, and it gives, in my opinion, it gives the remake a run for its money.
I don't know if I do that, but
he said nope.
Nope. Did you guys watch the remake
of When a Stranger Calls?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did a positive spin for that one. I love the house in that.
Yes,
movie, the remake
and the terrarium or whatever it is in the atrium in the
aviary.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think it was a good remake because it took the technology that we have now and it used it well.
That's why it works, because you have so many movies that don't necessarily didn't age well because of technology. So that movie found a way to do it, because if you try doing that in like a modern time, it's kind of like, okay, well, people using cell phones now. I don't know. It's different.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot easier to call somebody from the same house and it's not as scary. It's like, okay.
Yeah, my daughter went to see that back when she would entertain horror movies.
Yeah, it's a good remake. Yeah.
And Disturbia, I think, was her favorite.
I'm a big fan of Disturbia.
Yeah, she loves Disturbia. I like it too.
Which is basically Rare Window remade.
or Fright Night, yeah. Without the vampires and the werewolf.
Yeah, I mean, Rear Window. I mean, the director said that's what it was inspired by.
Or when I went to see it in the actual remake, Bedroom Window with Steve Guttenberg.
Steve Guttenberg. Yeah,
I do have that. I have that DVD. We should.
I got the VHS and the DVD of that one.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I like Rear Window too, but I think Bedroom Window brought it up to like date.
Yeah, exactly. Rear Window is good for people like us that love movies from any generation. There's a certain crowd that's going to prefer Disturbia and Rear Window to, Bedroom Window. I mean, the Rear Window. So,
yeah.
So speaking of remakes, I thought this was the perfect time. That's why I'm over here digging. Since we're talking about remakes, I found a rare movie over here that I've never heard anybody talk about. How the 2000s were super popular, and probably a lot of people were annoyed that there were so many remakes.
Yeah, definitely. What do you got?
Here is a movie about
the remake.
The remake. Is it picking up, or is it too good?
Nice.
So this is about a killer that's tired of remakes.
There you go.
So they're going to make a remake horror movie, and then this killer's tired of it. He's going to kill everybody involved.
I like that. I like that premise. All right, now you're gonna have me look it up now.
It's kind of crazy rare.
JP story says he likes it as well.
Oh, yeah. I've seen this one. That's cool. Awesome.
So basically, Scream 4, he says, pretty much they follow that kind of story.
Let's see.
Dan said he's still deciding on his favorite remakes for next Thursday.
Oof. Yeah.
I have two popular ones and one that's no one's really going to pick. But
yeah,
I personally love it.
Yeah, I have two popular ones that is kind of a given, and then one that I think might surprise some people.
Yeah, that's exactly how
mine remakes.
Yeah, horror remakes.
The remakes, yeah.
Top 3 Thursday.
I know what mine is.
Somebody's going to say that one of them isn't a remake.
For you?
Yeah. Yeah, he's big on that one. Rob from Body Bags. He hates when people call it a remake.
I don't even know. I can't remember what it is.
Let's see. Wait a minute, what we got here? Oh, okay. I did do it right. What the heck?
Old man in technology.
I know.
Have you guys
almost didn't use it.
Release of Body Count?
Oh, we need that.
Body Count.
Where'd you get that one from?
The wonders of eBay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've seen that around. Yeah.
Very nice.
It's crazy because it says Giallo Cinema up here, and then it says in the tradition of Friday the 13th and Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah.
Because those are Giallos.
Yeah. That's because it's Diodato. Because it's Diodato, they're like, well, because I actually see it on a lot of Giallo lists, Body Count.
Yeah. I still want to see Waves of Lust. The one I suggested to you.
Because it sounds pervy?
Yes. Yes. 100%.
If you wanted to be kind of technical, the first Friday the 13th is kind of a murder mystery.
Yeah, it's a Giallo. And plus, it's a female that's killing everyone.
I mean, Jason and I say this all the time. Scream is basically an American Giallo.
Yeah.
You got Black Gloves. It's a whodunit. There's a big explanation at the end. You know, you have a cop like trying to solve the case with Dewey and even the sheriff. So I mean, it really covers like every aspect of Giallo except for the fact that it's not an Italian director.
Yeah.
Or Black Gloves.
Yeah.
Happy Birthday to Me. It's another one.
Yep. Could probably use some leather too, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, there's plenty of Gialli that don't even have a killer. You know, don't have like a slasher, like slasher element. So,
I like them too. I tend to favor the ones that or a little bit more along the lines of being a slasher movie.
The one we watched the other night was pretty much a straight slasher, but drama. Yeah. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I still got to do my my video for that.
JP says Maniac and The Hills Have Eyes are amongst his favorite remakes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, there's no denying that. Those are phenomenal.
Yeah, I like The Hills Have Eyes more than the original.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And Maniac is just amazing. Amazing.
And who would have thought Elijah Woods would have been able to pull that off? Which you don't really see him, but still.
I remember when the movie was announced and people were complaining before it came out. They're like, why would they get Elijah Wood? You know, and then of course it came out and everybody was like, hey, you did a pretty good job.
Yeah. He's definitely creepy.
You know what I thought he was great in? Sin City.
Yes.
Like I love that scene where he's up against the tree.
Wait a minute, isn't he the one that plays like the wolf kind of vampire guy? Or am I thinking of a different movie?
No, a different movie.
Huh.
Didn't
Frank Miller do more than one besides Sin City?
Well, it's in Sin City 2. Is that what you mean?
No, there was another one that came out around that time that had Rutger Hauer and Elijah Wood in it.
That was Frank Miller Light.
The Hills Have Eyes remake was intense. I agree. And I like the second one too, where, you know, there's some pretty graphic stuff in part 2.
Yeah. Me too.
Anything that involves fetuses, you know, anything that involves, you know, going down that avenue is pretty rough.
Dan, did you watch Hills Have Eyes 3, Dan? Mind Ripper?
I like Mind Ripper. It's fun.
That's a fun movie.
I watched that again for wasn't it for Seldom Seen?
We did it for Seldom Seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we did it for Franchise Frenzy and then Seldom Seen.
Yeah.
That's the one where the third eyeball gets pulled out, right? Is that
I think the guy has a third eye in his head.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
It's been a while since
Dan said he's got Mind Ripper on VHS. Nice.
Oh, damn. Check out Dan.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah. I like it a lot. And I think it fits a lot better than most people do, apparently.
But do you like it more than Deep Red? That's the question.
Well, I got to sit right next to you, so I must love
Deep Red. What is it that you guys don't like about Deep Red?
JP has the Code Red Blu-ray of Hills Have Eyes 3 with that title. Awesome.
Ah, yeah. I should have gotten that. It was so cheap for so long, and now it's out of print.
So I it's not that we don't like Deep Red, Jack. I do like it. It's just we prefer the shorter version. Like everybody's like, you have to watch the director's cut, you know, the 2 hours and 7 minutes. Like we watched that one and then we watched the, you know, the American version, and we like that one so much better.
Yeah.
It's like it's such a difference.
Well, I'll tell you, there is absolutely no reason for that movie to have the alternate title, The Hatchet Murders.
Yeah.
Because there's only one person that's killed with a cleaver.
Yep.
Spoiler alert.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, see, JP's 100% with us on the Deep Red cuts.
It's such a struggle to get through the 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Well, because all of it is stuff that's unnecessary. You don't need it. Like I don't need to
explanation.
Yeah, I don't need to see them flirting so much in the car and then flirting in the apartment and then flirting again here, and it's like that's all that it is. It's like a love story, all the extra scenes. And when it's like almost, you know, 20-25 minutes of extra footage of just them flirting, it's like, okay, we don't need all this.
But there is a lot of great stuff in that movie. Like even the opening frame of that movie where you see the Christmas tree in the background and the bloody knife laying on the floor. I was immediately interested.
Yeah. Hey, Bredazzle. And then thank you for joining us.
And then how the the first kill was set up. You know, they're kind of in the auditorium.
Oh, for sure.
And you have the clairvoyant lady or whatever that senses things.
Yeah.
How all that is set up is really neat. and how, you know, the guy, he's in such a hurry to get to her, and he notices something, and then when he comes back through, he notices something is off and something's different. And, you know,
well, that's what's amazing is that there's a spoiler like almost immediately in the film, and the first time you watch it, you'll never know. But it's like Argento is literally like throwing it in your face, and then later on you're like, son of a bitch. Like it's right there the whole
time. I look for it next time.
Yeah, it's great. And for Dan and JP saying they also prefer Tenebrae. Yep, that is mine.
Yes.
That may be my favorite giallo ever. I love Tenebrae. I actually just watched it again yesterday.
Bastard.
Last night.
Bastard. I would have watched it.
Huge fan of Tenebrae.
Yeah.
I never hear anybody talk about Phenomena, but that is one of my favorites.
I love Phenomena. It's fun.
We'll be watching it soon for Video Nasties.
Man. I mean, Jennifer Connelly for one, but the movie has such a dreamlike quality to it. The music's great, and
the monkey,
you know, Donald Pleasance.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I like the whole with the insects and stuff that she can communicate with the insects, and which sets up the storyline for her to be able to track down the killer and stuff. And just love that movie. It's beautiful to look at too.
Yeah.
I agree, JP. It really does. I was kind of thinking that last night because it's the second time I watched it in like a month. We watched it a couple weeks ago, Tenebrae. I felt like watching it again last night, and I was kind of paying attention more to that stuff. And I've seen it in the past, but I was kind of just focused on the fact that it really is like the ideal giallo to kind of introduce people to that.
Yeah,
genre.
I think I might agree with that, especially with the twist.
Yeah, because it has everything too. It has everything. You have the right amount of blood and gore. You have the whole mystery element. It's convoluted, but in a way that's easy to follow, which a lot of gialli aren't. A lot of gialli are convoluted, but they're kind of confusing. Whereas Tenebrae isn't. It's kind of it's done well. And then you got the gratuitous nudity in there. You got you got the reveals are great. It's an all around just brilliant giallo. The score is amazing.
It's tough for that me between that and opera.
Hey, tough. Sean. And I definitely get that, Verge. So many to watch in the watch pile.
Is that your favorite Argento film, Jack?
Phenomena is mine.
Okay. Yeah, Tenebrae's real close, but opera's still my favorite.
Yeah, it's kind of like on Tenebrae, it's really interesting how it sets up because it's kind of like you know, because of the book, you know, that whole element to it.
Yeah,
I love too how the first victim, how he, you know, the killer shoves the pages of the book in her mouth before slashing her throat. It's just like, wow, it's good stuff.
Mean spirited.
It really is. And then like just the twists and reveals and everything in that movie is just so well done.
Yeah, because the way it's set up, it could go in so many different directions.
Yep. Plus, you got John Saxon in it, which is always cool.
Watch anything with him in it.
Yeah, man, that movie's awesome. Like I said, I watched it last night. I'm already ready to watch it again.
You guys will be watching John Saxon and Cannibal Apocalypse, because that's on the Video Nasties.
Yep.
At some point.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
I mean, that's why we watched Tenebrae a couple weeks back for Video Nasties. Just got my 4K set of Yeah, JP, I have the original work print, because unfortunately that set has a different work print, which I'm still interested in checking out. But Jason and we watched the original work print of Hellraiser Bloodline, and I mean it's unfinished, but I prefer it. I wish they had finished that version because there are some great extra scenes in it.
Yeah, there are.
With the Gambit.
Darren here.
All that.
Darren likes opera.
Hey, Darren.
I like Stendhal Syndrome too, a lot.
Stendhal, yeah. House with the Laughing Windows has gotten a DVD release, Verge, but it's out of print. Yeah. But I mean, I can almost guarantee I think Vinegar Syndrome is going to be all over that.
I hope so.
That's one of the most.
Did he get one in the States? Because the only one I have the Shameless one.
No, it got one. It got one in the States. It had what the hell is that company? I can picture it. Same company that released Twitch of the Death Nerve instead of Bay of Blood.
Okay.
But yeah,
the Euro Classics line. Did they do that one?
I don't know if it's Euro Classics.
Because they're the ones that put out the Twitch of the Death Nerve. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know the company.
I think it was a Snapper case too.
Huh?
I think it was a Snapper case too.
Yeah, Snapper case for sure. House with the Laughing Windows is House with the Laughing Windows is one of the most requested gialli. So someone's going to release it.
Really good. That's for sure.
We watched that one not long ago too.
Yeah. So it's pretty damn good.
It is called. All right, so you were close. It's the Euro Shock collection.
Euro Shock, that's it.
That's what it is.
They put a lot of stuff on the Euro Shock stuff years ago, but all those they're gone now, aren't they?
Yeah, there's one available right now on Amazon for $521 with $7.88 delivery.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. No.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of like Vinegar Syndrome releases and stuff, I always thought it was strange. Like they released The Fear, but they never released Fear 2 Halloween Night. That would have been cool.
Even if it was like a double feature, it would have been cool. Have it like a double feature, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like where one covers on the front and one covers on the back. You know how
like
they did
like Vacation of Terror, how they did that one. That would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. JP seems like a Vinegar Syndrome. They could do it they could even do it in one of their sets, one of the Forgotten Gialli sets at this point.
Yeah, even though it's popular. I mean, they did Death Carries a Cane, which
yeah, I mean it's popular, but forgotten to the point where again it's like it's been out of print for a long time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how has nobody else released it officially, you know?
Yeah.
How you doing, Kelly?
Still gotta find Oasis of Fear for you. I'm looking.
Yeah.
Damn thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if I tried to outsmart myself and put it under An Ideal Place to Kill.
I was gonna say because I think it's under that title in that.
Monte Macabre, I got that.
Yeah.
But I already had the Shameless under Oasis of Fear, so I'll look under the A's or
Anthropophagus too. Yeah.
Yeah, I got this one off of Jason's recommendation.
We'll be watching all 4 of those soon enough. Well, we watched the first one not long ago.
Yeah, can't forget the first one. The second one is quite good. I was actually surprised.
Oh, what
have you seen?
Absurd or
2000?
Yeah.
I haven't watched Anthropophagus 2000. You made that one for me.
Yep.
I did watch Anthropophagus 2 because it was on Tubi.
Yeah, and then there's Absurd, which is the real 2 technically, which is awesome, so.
Anthropophagus 2 is different. Did you see it, Chad? Did you watch it yet?
2000. No, I haven't watched it yet. Anthropophagus 2000. I think I actually reviewed for Slashback.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think that was under Massacre. Massacre?
I don't remember what the theme might have been, but I mean, we're talking years ago by now.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. I got to do some more of those short rant videos. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
Nice. Has a rights issue. That's interesting. Huh. Well, at least we have it. So it'll be released eventually, I'm sure. They seem to...
Hey, Tim. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Tim. They released Footprints on the Moon, so Severn released it. Have you seen House of Dolls?
I have not seen that. Looks cool though.
I liked it. I thought it was fun. It's a little bit bigger budget than I was expecting, but I did enjoy it. I had fun with it.
Yeah, Tim, I saw that. And yeah, Kelly, I know they're only going to get tougher, but they're fun. the themes.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you and Shannon are participating. I always enjoy seeing what you guys pick.
Yeah, me too.
Grail titles. All right, JP. Let's see. Grail titles for Blu-ray. One that we talked about a little while ago. That's Deodato's Body Count.
Body Count.
Where the hell is Body Count?
Yep.
I have it on a VHS, and I have the unofficial DVD that I made myself. But I want a nice Blu-ray release of Body Count.
That would be awesome with all the cuts.
I mean, House with Laughing Windows. If they release that on Blu-ray, I'll buy that too.
Yeah.
So a couple I would like to see to hit Blu-ray would be The Night Brings Charlie and Evil Altar.
What's the other one?
Evil Altar.
Evil Altar.
That sounds really familiar.
That was still tucked away on VHS.
Yeah.
Huh.
Night Brings Charlie. That would be a good one to get.
Did you guys hear they was working on a sequel for that?
The Night Brings Charlie?
I read that somewhere.
They had wanted to for a long time. Yeah. It just never saw the light of day. So hopefully, yeah. Good one. AP says Elves.
Yes.
Verge says.
Because I still never seen it. I've never seen Elves.
I love Elves. Elves is great.
Deadly Intentions.
Blood Frenzy would be another good one.
Yeah.
Now that Ice got a release, Blood Frenzy should be next.
Man, I still can't believe they released it.
We get Wednesday Addams in the Snow with Ice, and we can get Wednesday Addams in the Sand with Blood Frenzy.
I didn't know she was in that one too.
She is, yeah.
I think you sent that one to me, Blood Frenzy. What about Blood Link?
Who's releasing Iced? I didn't know that.
Vinegar Syndrome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
People have been begging for that, you know.
Hey, Annette, how you doing?
I was one of them. Hey, Annette.
Howling sequels on Blu-ray Pass, yeah. Howling New Moon Rising still hasn't even gotten a disc release, Verge. That one's lost on tape. Nice. Nice shipped today. And I gotta get that Blu-ray because get the VHS. Again, got an unofficial DVD, but I want to upgrade.
Ice ship it. That's awesome. I gotta get that.
Love Ice. That was just in my top 3 this week. Snowy horror.
I know. I had to put Blood Runs Cold in there.
That's a good one.
I always put it under creature feature, but I mean, essentially it's a slasher, but it's a creature feature as well. So
yeah.
You know what's really cool about that one is I always wanted to know more about the killer because
me too.
He's just so cool looking.
Me too.
And then there was like that sort of like the Nazi bunker or something. Yep. So it's like, you know, what's going on here? You know, I just wanted to know more.
Yeah. Joe's got to get that one. He's never seen it.
Verge, I like New Moon Rising. I think it's pretty fun. It has like a certain charm to it.
Yeah.
Plus, I like that it takes place around Halloween. That's awesome, Tim.
Very cool. Nice. Nice, Tim. And I'm not a country music fan, but I like their use of music in there. What's that, Jack?
All right, JP.
I remember watching New Moon Rising with my dad when it came out. I don't think he was too impressed with it, but I was glued to it.
Yeah. The only thing that wasn't that great about the film was the transition. The CGI was really bad. But I mean, at that time period, you know, what do you expect? You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's. But you look at other movies from that time, like you said, and I mean, in comparison, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I liked the movie overall. I thought it was kind of interesting and kind of tongue-in-cheek while taking itself seriously at the same time.
What I also like about it, and I feel that's sort of like overlooked, is how it connects all the rest of the films before it.
Yes. Yes, that's one of the few that do that.
Yes, and it's like one of those movies where the filmmakers actually paid attention, like they did their job. Like they clearly wanted to make a Howling sequel. They didn't just throw some movie together and call it Howling. Like they actually connected the films that came before it, which I like.
I think they used all but the 5th one. If I remember, there was one that they left out.
The Freaks could have totally been a standalone film, but I love that one.
Oh, I like the Freaks too. Yeah. Yeah.
I was impressed with the Howling. I just don't like the first two that much, which is kind of weird.
Yep. They actually get kind of better as they go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of nuts though. The very first Howling movie I ever seen was Howling 4, the original Nightmare, as a little kid, and I loved that one.
That's actually a Howling film. Wasn't that supposed to be a reboot, Joe? Or a sequel, direct sequel to the original?
What, part 4?
Yeah, the original Nightmare.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it kind of just skips 2 and 3 for sure.
Yeah.
I always rented 5 and 6 because I love the freaks. I love the whole traveling carnival, and then I liked 5 because it's in the castle, which I always thought was fun.
Yeah, the thing that always bothered me about part 5 is you didn't get to see it that much. You just
yeah. It's atmospheric though. The setting is what does it for me.
I love the castle. Oh my god.
Sean. Thank you. I appreciate that too. Tales from the Quad Ed Zone, one of my favorite.
Hell yeah.
Favorites from the channel. I love it. I love that anthology.
Yeah. It's a shame that it's so damn expensive.
Yeah, Home Sweet Home needs a good release. I agree, Verge.
Thanksgiving slasher.
We'll be doing that one for Video Nasties later this year.
I wonder why they haven't, because I actually like that movie.
It got a DVD release, but like a cheap.
But that whole Silver Line, is not very good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like a cheap.
Yeah, the pictures are pretty bad.
Slasher in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you guys remember the After Dark Horror Fest 8 Films to Die For?
Yeah. We were gonna do all those at one point, and then we.
I like that movie. I like that one. Nice. I actually reviewed that for Body Bags.
A lot of people don't never talk about that one or this one.
Suspension's good too. Yes, I love Suspension. Yeah, the whole comic book part of it, I love that.
Me too, Sean.
Those are all made on demand, though. Did you notice that, Jack?
Yeah.
I'm glad I was able to get them. Those. Yeah, I was able to. I'm glad I was able to get them.
I recently picked this one up because I'm sure you guys pick up titles just because it's the same movie but with an alternate title.
Yep.
No, not us.
You guys don't do that, do you?
Oh shit. Oh wow. Okay. Well, there are 2 Mischief Nights.
Here's the other one.
Yes, that one is freaking awesome.
But this was like the U.S. release of this one.
Yeah. That one has a little bit different of a story, but I like it.
Yeah, JP. Yep, I remember back in the day, bud. I remember when it all started. Body Bags.
Yeah. So sorry to see that go. Yeah.
Jason and I, we're taking it over. He doesn't know yet. We're just going to do it right now. We're taking over Body Bags.
Yep.
No, I was sad to see it go too.
Yeah.
So I remember when it was created. I remember, from the beginning.
Long time ago, and it went for a lot of years. I was glad to be part of it for as long as I was. So many different people came and went.
I think a lot of people got to start from there.
Mm-hmm. Now, what do you guys think of Founders Day?
I liked it.
I haven't watched
I liked it too. Joe hasn't seen it yet.
Gets a lot of crowd.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know. Hey, Anthony. I didn't think it deserved all the crap it got. I mean, it's a slasher movie. It's competently made. The political aspect of it, but all in all, it's fun.
That's why I keep putting it off. I remember you saying that.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot to watch.
Is it a political aspect that I agree with, or no?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. How about Smile, guys? Yeah. I did not like that movie. Yeah. The second time we tried to give it another one, didn't like it. Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Always give movies a second try.
I mean, I am curious about Smile too, because I don't like to judge a sequel based on the first movie, because you just can't. I mean, there's been plenty of times I prefer a sequel to the first film. So
exactly.
I'm definitely looking forward to watching it when you get your copy, but
yeah,
the first one just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. Way too freaking long. That's for damn sure.
The ending is cool. It's just I don't care by that point. By that time, I'm done.
You know, I don't know if I even told you when we watched it the other day. I rewound it to the point where she was in that place.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see that again, just because I thought it was neat. And after 2 hours and 5 minutes, I think I deserved a little bit of a treat for enduring that.
Yeah.
But it's just, man, I just don't like it.
Annette said she likes Smile 2 better than 1. She didn't need it to be 2 hours though. Good. Exactly. It definitely seems a little too long, but we'll make our way through it soon enough.
Well, Kevin Bacon's daughter's not in this one, obviously.
Yeah.
Thank you.
because she's fried bacon by the end.
Yeah.
I have not seen any of the Smile films. Yeah, Sean. I mean, a lot of people love the first one, and a lot of people liking the second one. So, I mean, I always say give him a shot, because
I
mean,
it wasn't for me.
No, and again, we gave it another shot too after a couple years later, because it was a couple years ago when we watched the first one.
Yeah, it's basically been sitting on my Science of Scares pile.
We put a few years in between, and we were still like womp womp.
Yep.
Double Shot Jay said he created body bags.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I remember when he started it.
I didn't know that. I knew Danny did the first review, and I've actually watched a lot of body bags over the years. A lot of people's reviews.
So what about around about what year did that start?
Shit, it's been going on for. It just ended Christmas, like around Christmas time, and it was going on for 9 years, almost 10.
Was you here before that, Joe, or did that come after?
Yeah, I was here before it started.
Yeah,
I was around, and then I left for close to 5 years.
Yeah,
and then came back. YouTube was different back then. That was before like Google owned it. It was a completely different monster back then. And when Google bought out YouTube, a lot of people left because things were really different for a while, and a lot of crackdowns on different things. A lot of just the way that it was used, the formatting and stuff. And a lot of people just said, I'm done. And I started dating my now wife, and things just got busy for me, and I was going to take like a short break, and 4.5 years later I finally came back. So
I remember watching the Horror Man channel long before I ever even started commenting on videos.
Really?
Me too. I'm curious to what you and Shannon are going to think about it, Kelly. I do that too, so don't feel bad. I rebuy stuff all the time because I'm old.
I actually didn't mind the Smile movies all that much myself. I mean, I thought they were okay. I don't have an issue with them.
Yeah.
But I love seeing storylines about people kind of losing their shit and falling apart too. So.
Yeah. Well, another movie that I didn't like at all, that I just rewatched. Well, I watched the whole thing of it with Joe. I didn't like this movie. I fell asleep on it the first time.
And now you watched it twice in 24 hours.
I know. And I turned it off after 10 minutes, and I don't remember why. I don't remember if I had somewhere to go or if I just
said. It's a comfort movie, man.
I'm telling you, I've watched it twice now. I watched it last night. We watched it last night.
You watched it last night, and then you watched it again today.
I watched it again today. So much fun.
Well, that's why. I mean, you've been saying that every time we would mention that one for Video Nasties, you were like, "Oh, I really didn't like that one." That's why I picked it yesterday. Figured we'd get it over with for you. That's why when you were like, "Oh, I really didn't like it," I was kind of like, "Okay," like I was just surprised because it's right up our alley.
I know, and it kind of had me wanting to be an asshole and look for the Severin title because do you have the same one I have, the Troma one?
Me?
The Troma print? Joe?
Asking me? Yeah, I have both because I also have it on VHS under the last horror film, and then I also have it. I have the Troma Fanatic release.
I like the fact that it looked Grindhouse. Don't get me wrong, but there were some scenes that were so freaking hard to see.
Speaking
really?
I'm hearing in the chat the Toxic Avenger.
Mine looks great.
This year.
Really?
Yeah, mine looks great. But again, I have the Fanatic release from them. It's the Troma, but it's under the Fanatic title.
Huh. So just gonna spoiler alert in case no one has seen it. When Vinny kills her ex-husband at the end, right? You can see that really well.
Oh yeah, it's clear as day.
Wow. It's very dark.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty much what the Blu-ray is because I'm from what I read, the Severin Blu-ray is under the same title. It's under the title screen is the Fanatic, even though it's released. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes like the case will say one title, but then the actual title screen in the movie.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Huh.
So.
Damn.
I mean, if you're really interested, I
am.
think there's a way you can get it.
I am. I really like the movie and I like the gritty look of it, but it was so hard to see some of the parts.
You don't have to lie to all of us. You like it because you like all that nudity. You want it all nice and clear and in high def.
Pervert.
That's a sleazy slasher. There's a lot of nudity in that one.
Damn right it is.
Kelly
said his mom's in it too.
Yeah, Kelly, I saw those at Walmart. The Valentine's slip. You picked up the Halloween 3-pack instead because I didn't know you liked Halloween movies, Kelly. Tim, yep, Toxic Avenger is finally getting a theatrical release. Thank God. Been waiting for that.
Favorite memories of Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, or video stores in general.
Oh God, wait! I have way too many, Sean. I had a family friend who owned a video store, literally 2 minutes down the road from where I grew up, and most of my VHS collection started because of him. I would get all the tapes literally a lot of the tapes that I own are the tapes that I used to rent as a kid. So it's pretty cool to have them still.
Yeah, I can share one. Jack, what do you got?
You go first.
All right.
I got one that might drag out. So. But it's good.
My best friend growing up worked at this place called Act One. And of course, I got a membership to it when he started working there. And I decided to quit partying all the time because I was feeling like shit, going in hungover and stuff. So every night I would get a bottle of Dr. Pepper, a can of Pringles, and a couple horror movies and go up and watch them. And I started at A, and I worked my way through, even if I had already seen them, I worked my way through the entire horror section at the video store. And it was fun. Although it would piss me off if a couple of them were rented and I couldn't continue in order. Like, as a matter of fact, it was Bad Taste was there, but never came back. I think the people stole it, so I never got to watch that there. But
that's in bad taste, isn't it? You think?
See? So yeah, but I got to see a lot of movies. That was my drying out period.
So what did you think of Deep Red when you rented it?
Deep Red. It's a masterpiece.
He was deeply interested in it.
I'd rent anything. That's how I saw Truth or Dare for the first time.
Yeah, that Truth or Dare. Yeah.
Critical Madness.
Yep. Bought the Scream 6 movie set with the Valentine's cover. There you go, Kelly.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, Kelly, if you find the Scream one, try to find the character cover so you can have the director's cut of Scream.
I know. It's cool. There's not many different scenes, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but someone like Kelly who's watched it enough, she'll notice the differences.
Yeah.
They're noticeable if you're familiar with the film.
Definitely.
So my favorite horror store, video store memories. It's kind of a two-part. There's kind of good and bad, sort of, but mostly all good. So my sister used to work at a video store as a manager. So I was getting all the new release titles.
Mm-hmm.
You should pull them out from underneath the counter, and hey, she'd call me up. Hey, I've got such and such.
That's awesome.
As they were coming out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Met my ex-wife at a video store during the transition time period where they were moving their VHS tapes out, selling them, and so this was the store that we rented from when I was a kid. So all the horror titles in the back, they were selling them. They had them all on racks and stuff.
Oh my God.
For people to buy them. So I went in there and seen all of them over there. And so, which my ex-wife, which was my girlfriend at the time, I told her to get with her boss to let me know what he wanted for all of the horror VHS titles. Every one of them. I wasn't playing around. So, because those were the tapes for my childhood.
Yeah, I get it.
So, I think he was selling them for like $2 a piece, $2.50 or something like that. Which he ends up boxing them. He went ahead and just boxed them all up for me, and then he come back, and I think it was $150 of what I paid for 120 VHS titles.
Oh.
And out of 120, I think there were only like 4 doubles. So that was pretty good.
Damn right.
And I have all my VHS titles in my collection from my childhood.
Yes, that's exactly how it was for me. Yeah. And a lot of them, I actually had a lot of screeners that way because, again, we had the family friend. So many times you'd get the screeners in and he couldn't rent those out. So I would just get those for free. He would just give me the screeners. So that's why I have a lot of VHS screeners as well.
Yeah, I got those from my sister, the ones that I have. I got a bunch of those.
Yeah, because he couldn't do anything with those. So
that's awesome. I wish I would have kept my VHS. I still kick myself in the ass for selling them all.
Oh, I know. That's oh God.
I had some real good ones too. Actually, most of them have gotten a release now, surprisingly enough, like the Kindred and stuff like that.
The Kindred? You like that movie?
I love that movie. That's one of my favorites.
Anthony.
It took long enough.
Yeah.
To get a release. But
Synapse announced, what was it Synapse or Severance? Synapse, right? That announced it like years before it even came out.
Yeah. I remember asking you, are they ever going to release it?
Yeah.
Same with Massacre at Central High.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pre-ordered the Kindred like instantly as soon as it went up. I got the Steelbook.
Did you? I just got the regular Blu-ray. But
I still have my VHS of that one.
I do too. I got the VHS also.
Yeah. Anthony isn't your typical bottle baby.
Nope.
Went to see that first night it came out.
The creature effects in that freaking rule.
Amazing, yes.
They still hold up too. And it's crazy by the end of that movie how slimy that house gets.
Yeah.
They're falling through the floor by the time the movie's over with.
That one dude carried around a cigarette the whole time. Yeah. Also has what was her name? Zero from the Planet of the Apes. I think that might have been her last film. Kim Hunter. That's what it is. Kim Hunter.
Was she the doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I gotta we gotta go to Walmart. I don't know when we're gonna get there, but we gotta go to Walmart soon. Maybe I'll pick up the Substance while I'm there.
Here's a question for everybody, both of you guys and people in the chat. What was your most rented horror VHS tape from the video store days?
You know what mine is already.
Debbie Does Dallas. I said horror.
Yeah. Because I'm a pervert. Mine is Friday the 13th Part 2.
Part 2. Okay.
Man, I don't know.
To the point where I used to get pissed off if someone else rented it.
It would have to be like something from Friday the 13th or like Nightmare on Elm Street or something.
Yeah, mine was part 2, and I used to get pissed off if someone else rented it. It's like, you have no right.
So another video store member, we had another video store in our town that I would go to, and it was also kind of during that transition time period where they were changing to DVD. But she had a great horror VHS selection also, and she would run a deal. So her movies were $1 a day to rent, but the more days that you rent them,
cheaper it was.
You get to keep it longer. So like if you rent 7, it'd be $7, and you can keep them for 7 days. So I would rent my complete week's worth. Have them watched in 2 nights.
Yeah.
Man, I miss those days. I know we talk about this a lot, but my God, I really do.
Every time I see it, now it's getting to the point where the malls are the same way.
Yeah,
well, it's malls and movies.
It's like when we were watching Scream the other night, and when it has the video store where Randy's working.
Yep.
And it's like such a comforting scene. It just reminds me of back in the day, and that's an empty building now, that filming location. Yeah, me too, Kelly.
Yeah, it sucks.
It won't be much longer. They'll be going from Walmart too.
Yeah. Oh, they're doing that again?
I mean, our selection is last year I tried to do a challenge for myself where I was going to try to buy 1 movie from Walmart a week for the year.
Good luck.
And I done pretty good. Yeah. Well,
really?
I done pretty good. I made it up to like September, and then they completely started changing everything around. And like they put when they put the horror titles out, that have all the neat covers and stuff.
Yeah.
Which I have most of them, but sometimes I pick them up just to have a different cover. But they had just started putting that stuff out, and then like within a week, they started moving all the aisles and stuff around, and I never found the movies again. And now it's condensed down to a little small section.
Verge, we actually watched that not long ago for Video Nasties challenge. That'll be coming up soon.
I love that movie.
Yeah, Jack, I do something similar. I talked about this with Jason. In my sort of physical media matters goal, I try to buy at least something like every 2 weeks, because how they do the 2-week schedule now of releasing movies.
Yeah.
So it doesn't always happen, because sometimes there's just nothing that I want that's released, but I'll always go and kind of look, because sometimes there's something like in the cheaper section that I'll pick up or whatever. But like this past week I picked up The Substance, Smile 2, and Heretic. Those are like the 3 big new releases. So I
need to get Heretic.
Yeah, see, like even up until last year, we still had like that $5 bin, and we even had a bin that had some for like $3.74. So I mean, it was kind of easy to do, really.
Yeah. Were they all horror or mostly horror? Or
no, it's the bins was just a bunch of random stuff piled in there. You kind of had to do.
No, I mean the title.
I mean, sometimes I would get. No. Like I would get there just to. It could be an action movie or something, But I was still trying to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish.
So Kelly, what was your most rented video? Had to be a Halloween movie. It had to be.
Check out this shirt.
Yeah, pretty much, Leslie.
Oh,
pretty much. Nice.
My wife made these.
Damn right. That's awesome.
That's cool, Sean. I love both Wolfman and Creature. My 2 favorites.
Yeah. And The Invisible Man. That's my trifecta right there.
I watched The Creature Walks Among Us for the first time this past October.
He's all jacked. He's all jacked up.
Yeah.
Walking around.
It's so much fun though, isn't it?
It is.
It's so much fun.
He was doing some bench pressing.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
It's freaking cool though. It's cool how he kind of looked a little different from movie to movie though.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Kelly said it probably was a Halloween movie.
Yeah, my favorite Universal monster movie is Revenge of the Creature. That's my favorite. Clint Eastwood.
Mine is The First, is The Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's my number one.
That's my second. Or my third. Somewhere in there. I love that movie.
I always really liked The Bride of Frankenstein a whole lot.
I love The Bride. Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Love that one. It's a beautiful film.
The Mummy's Tomb is up there for me. Love that one. That's like, I mean, it's literally a mummy slasher film in New England. It's awesome.
Wolfman's
up there, and then Abbott and Costello Meet the Wolfman.
Definitely.
Meet Frankenstein.
Definitely.
One of my favorites. So much fun.
Of course, The Invisible Man. I love The Invisible Man. It's awesome. Dracula's daughter. Svengoolie. I wonder if they kept that part in. I never bothered to watch it. It was on Svengoolie a couple weeks ago, so I taped it. I think I still have it. It's around here somewhere. So
I was meaning to get to the theater to watch Nosferatu, but I decided to wait because I think I want to go see Hard Eyes instead.
Well, Nosferatu is actually coming out on Blu-ray next month already. So
yeah, I actually saw a commercial for it last night.
Yeah, February 18th.
Now.
Yeah, so it's going to be out soon. So
I don't understand. I mean, that can't be good for the movie business.
I mean, hey, I'm not complaining because for me, I'd rather buy it and have it in my collection and be able to watch it when I want.
Yeah,
I'd rather spend the money on something I can watch over and over again than
I'm
going to see once while some asshole's chomping on nachos in front of me.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of, I mean, for slashers, if one comes to the theater, I kind of want to see it, and I think that one is cool to kind of take my wife to a movie date with.
Yeah,
you know?
I've seen every Scream movie in theaters, so that's one that I'll see when Scream 7 comes out.
Okay.
I mean, Hard Eyes is from the studio that's made the last two Scream films.
Yep.
So
it has Chad in it too from Scream 5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said they replaced Sidney's husband.
They didn't replace him. Patrick Dempsey, they couldn't reach a deal with him because he's doing Thanksgiving 2 and all this other stuff. So in part 5, she says the name Mark. It never confirmed that it was actually him. It was supposed to be him, Mark Kincaid, but the name Mark Kincaid is never stated in Scream 5, so they had no choice but to make it a different Mark. Leslie, Dracula's daughter, first lesbian movie. Jason and I joked about that when we watched it last year.
Damn right.
Kelly, I was probably me because I always rented Adventures in Babysitting as well. I love that movie.
Hey, Dr. Rott.
Dr. Rott, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, man.
Dracula's daughter, first lesbian movie.
Yeah.
Vampire Lesbos.
Yeah.
Jess Franco.
Oh, she killed in ecstasy.
Jess Franco.
Yeah. I mean, what was the one we watched with him that was, I mean, most of them are basically porn, but what was the one we watched from him recently?
Franco?
Yeah.
We watched a few for Video Nasties.
Yeah, and we watched Oasis of the Zombies, and we watched Lake of the Zombies. But there was one, was it him? Maybe it wasn't him.
We watched Bloody Moon last year. We're going to be watching that again.
Oh, I love that movie. That movie's so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
That was one that you weren't very hip on.
It's not that I wasn't hip. I remember it was the dubbing that just took me out of it the first time.
Yeah.
Because the dubbing is so over the top.
And now you love it.
It's a fun movie. I mean, the movie itself is awesome.
It doesn't have a ton of nudity in it, I didn't think.
Bloody Moon?
Yeah.
I think so. I think it's got a good amount.
You think so? I thought it was really funny where the girl gets stabbed through the nipple or whatever, and then the next time you see her, the wound is in a different position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. And they kept it in the movie. That's even better.
You might be right. It might have been Gene Roland.
Gene Roland. The Iron Rose.
Oh, I love that movie.
My favorite. Man, that movie's so comforting. I don't know why. Must be something wrong with me.
Hey, speaking of comforting, do you guys have a comfort zone movie that puts you to sleep, but you still love it?
I mean, we talk about this a lot. Like Friday the 13th Part 2 is like super comforting for me. It's not that it's boring. It's just I can sleep to that. Another one for me is The Shining. The Shining is a movie I can fall asleep to. There's something so peaceful about it.
Yeah, I think it's just like what part.
Well, I think it's the isolation and it's like the lack of music. Like it's just very like you're hearing like the natural sounds in the hotel.
The kid going from the hardwood floor to the rug with his big wheel.
Yep.
One that comes to mind immediately for me is Graduation Day.
We just watched that the other day.
Graduation Day. I freaking love that movie, but man, I love it so much it could put me to sleep, and then I wake up and then I want to start it all the way back over.
It's so much fun. It is so much fun. Surprisingly enough, and this one really surprised me, that was a first time watch for Joe just recently.
Graduation Day,
yeah. We all have our little ones that we haven't. Yeah, like. There's some that I haven't seen a whole lot of, and there's some that he hasn't seen a whole lot of. So it's neat when you find ones that we haven't seen. That way we're kind of experiencing them for the first time with each other.
Well, wait a minute. Wasn't it, Jack? Didn't you say you haven't seen Cannibal Holocaust? Is that what the movie it was?
Yeah.
He doesn't even know
a copy of my collection.
Yeah. Cannibal Holocaust. That's it. All right, I'm going to tell you this. This is going to sound crazy because you haven't seen it. It's going to sound even crazy if people have seen it. Cannibal Holocaust, there's something comforting about that movie, too. Like, I think it's the music or something, but there's something very comforting about that movie.
There's something comforting about jungle movies.
Yeah. That one, that one in particular, though, for me, and I do think it's because of the score. The score is amazing.
Yeah,
the score is that soundtrack is fantastic. It almost doesn't fit, even though it does. It's like in a weird way. It's like this.
It's beautiful, very
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful score.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like that I couldn't handle it or anything because I've seen Cannibal Fear a bunch.
Terrifier 2 put her to sleep.
I know. Well, it's so damn long.
Put me to sleep in the theater.
It's
Leslie. Yep, he was.
As a horror fan, I feel like I should probably own it and see it.
For sure.
Yeah,
I think it's one of those movies that any horror fan should see, at least out of curiosity's sake.
Yeah,
but it really, it's despite the controversy, it's actually a really good movie.
Yeah,
I mean, even like the story, it really works, and I feel like it still holds up. It looks real. It looks real.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the animal violence is what's tough,
Yeah, it's tough for us too. I don't like it, but if you buy the Grindhouse collection one, they have a cut where they cut the animal violence out.
Yeah, the copies we have.
Yeah,
there's like a second version of the film with no animal cruelty.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
I'm from the South. I mean, we hunt and stuff, but you know what I mean. It's just kind of like, do I find that to be entertaining?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for us too. Like that turtle in Cannibal Holocaust.
So the turtle thing is
brutal.
Like it's the hardest scene to watch. But I will say this: that scene is kind of important because of the characters.
Yeah.
So that out of all the animal cruelty scenes in the movie, I feel like that one is sort of important.
Yeah.
Because it gives you a look at the characters.
Yeah, exactly what they'll do.
Yeah.
The cruelty.
Yep.
Well, I mean, if I'm getting it, I'm going all in, baby.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
Yeah, like the copy I have, it's like a media book. It has like the slip case over it. It has the soundtrack. It has a poster. It's pretty nice.
Yes. Best to watch it with someone who hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
You're right. It does hold up incredibly well.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
I mean, the climax of that film is still shocking, where it's like, oh my God.
It's a gut punch. It is a gut punch.
Good movie.
Really, Jason. Uh-oh. What'd I do?
Terrifier 2, maybe?
Inferno.
Oh, I am not a big fan of Terrifier 2.
No, I mean,
I don't know what it is. There's something about that movie that maybe it's just the unnecessary. stuff.
Again, there are things in it that I love, and
there are things in it that I love.
I love Terrifier 3, and Terrifier 3 makes me like Terrifier 2 more. I just wish Terrifier 2 wasn't as long as it is.
Man, I love Terrifier 2.
I wish I did. I've watched it like 4 or 5 times too. There are things that I genuinely like, absolutely love about it. I just felt like he went too convoluted and too long.
Yeah.
And I feel like Terrifier 3 was like, okay, this is where I need it to be at. Like Terrifier 3 is
awesome.
Thumbs up.
I love Terrifier 3. Yeah. If I could cut the movie down, Terrifier 2, and get rid of some of the stuff that I don't think fits,
Clown Cafe,
doesn't make any sense, then I think I would like the movie a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
This might be a slight spoiler, but I'm assuming that if people are in here, they've seen Terrifier 3. So
yeah, I would imagine.
What did you guys think about the kind of transition to like sort of like the fantasy aspect, which they hinted on in part 2?
I think I expected it because of part 2, because it was sort of going in that direction. So especially at the end, like with Sienna, like it's clearly she could survive.
Right.
All that. So I'm appreciative of Terrifier 2 that they did hint at it, because I think I wouldn't have been as accepting of it in Terrifier 3 if it just came out of left field. So I'm glad that they at least there was like that gradual transition.
You're learning more about him. You're learning more about the rules.
Yeah.
That are there, like, the whole time in Terrifier 2, we're wondering why that little girl's in there. And it doesn't seem like there's a point to it. You know what I mean? But then they explain in the third one why she's there.
Think about this too. Her dad knows something too.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, even when you think about the end of the first one, I mean, he literally shoots himself. And for him to, I mean, so we know obviously there's that whole supernatural element right away.
Yeah. I agree with Dan. I think the third one was definitely an improvement over the second one.
So after he blows his brains out in the first one, and they decide they're going to make part 2, are you guys kind of like, how in the hell is this going to work?
I was definitely curious.
Yeah, me too.
I heard a bunch of people saying it was going to go the supernatural route. So
they had no other choice at that point.
Yeah, I wasn't really surprised. But with that being the supernatural route, I thought that would probably be it. But then we get Sienna, and she's got this sword that can do magical things and all this other stuff. And I was like, did they go too far with the supernatural? Is this going to turn into like a superhero movie, or you know what I mean? That's what I was kind of thinking as I was watching the film, because I went to see it in the theaters, Terrifier 2, when it had that really short run. It just happened to be playing at a theater near me, and my wife and I went, and I fell asleep in it.
I was going to say, didn't you fall asleep?
I did.
Well, so did Annette. She fell asleep too.
Did she?
No, she said it meant, that's why she said it puts her to sleep. Remember?
Yeah.
That's how it came up.
But yeah,
I still think the chick should have just given him some candy and let him go.
There you go. Instead of throwing it at him, and look what happened to her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will say that the scene in the Halloween store, I love that scene. That scene is great.
That's one of the things I love too.
Yeah.
David Howard Thornton is coming to the convention I'm going to be going to here in a couple of months.
He's a really nice person. I mean, yeah. He seems like a nice and gracious person. From that standpoint, there's other parts that I've heard that aren't as great.
Yeah, I've seen both sides of him because he was on that stream. We talked to him and stuff, and he seems great with the movie crowd.
Yes.
When you saw, as long as you talk to him about movies, you're fine.
Yeah.
He can be a little excessive with other topics.
Yeah.
They're also going to have some of the cast from some of the other movies. I think particularly the first movie.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have Victoria that's still in it after all this time. Well, not anymore, but yeah. I don't think she's going to be in it anymore. But I think you were the one, Joe, that told me that they're only making one more.
That's the plan. He said he wants to finish it up in 4. Yeah. I would keep making them. I mean, Jesus, you're making money.
Yeah. You know, and Art is a very likable and a very heinous bad guy. And the two kind of go hand in hand. I mean, it's funny how he says so much without saying a word.
I mean, that's why he's great. I mean, he's able to, portray this character without even talking. So.
Yep.
He definitely has it down by now, for sure.
Yeah. That's why I like the Jester so much, because, I mean, the Jester was kind of like Art the Clown in his mannerisms and the whole mime thing, but I thought he did it incredibly well for that movie. Did you see that, Jack? The Jester?
No, I've not got a copy of that one yet.
How about the mean one, Jack? Have you seen that?
Yes, I have seen that.
Did you like it?
I kind of struggled through that one.
Really?
It's kind of boring.
Wow.
But I will give it another shot.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I got the steel book of that one. I haven't watched it yet, though.
Me too.
I will probably watch it again this December. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah,
it's funny. Annette was streaming Terrifier 2 in the middle of the day. It was putting her to sleep.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it.
Yeah.
Even though there was all that carnage and everything happening, it was just like
I said, I had watched it a couple times. Remember when it first came out, I saw it. I did a little review or whatever. I remember it was so cringeworthy. I watched it. I introduced it to my son and my wife. We watched it all together, and I had already seen it, so I knew how long it was. I knew what to expect. They didn't, and towards the end, when it has all those like false endings, I remember looking over at them, and you can tell in their faces they were like, "Oh my God, just end!" And they're huge horror fans too. I mean, they're diehard horror fans like I am, like we are. So it's not like I was showing them something out of the other. It was, and then when it finally ended, they were like, "Oh my God, like I liked it, but Jesus, like, it was just so long."
Yeah, and I kind of wrote that off until part 3 that he. It was during COVID. He didn't know if he'd get to make another one. So why not just stuff everything in there? Maybe that's what he did.
Yeah, but what kills it is the mid-credit scene. Like, you don't need a 10, 15-minute mid-credit scene. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
Like an entire epilogue.
Yeah.
Does anybody know right offhand what the runtime actually is on it?
On Terrifier 2?
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Yeah, it's long. Part 3 is 2 hours and 8 minutes.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel even that long. That's the thing. He cleaned it up, the pacing or something. And it's not to say that Terrifier 2 is slow paced. It just goes on there's too many scenes. Like there's just too much in it.
And there were a few things that just didn't make any sense in the film for me, like when she's watching television and they do that clown cafe thing.
Well, the clown cafe when she's dreaming, yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't work for me. Yeah.
Well, but again, that scene too was unnecessary. They used that scene to fit in all the people who helped fund the film.
Yes.
Like so it's like I understand, but at the same time, it's like, would that scene have even been in the movie if they didn't need to do that?
Yeah. I agree.
A dream sequence in a movie that always confuses people, but I don't think they realize it's a dream sequence.
What's that?
From Curtains, where the girl's driving down the road and the doll's on the road and it's raining.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people forget that that's a dream sequence.
Yeah.
Because she does wake up. She does wake up after that in her bed, and the doll's sitting over there on the floor.
Noises coming from over there.
Oh boy.
You got your AI robot already?
Subservience. If I'm gonna get one, I want Megan Fox. I want her to look like Megan Fox. It wouldn't have taken me that long.
You wouldn't have said no at first either, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't have. Yeah. Been like, all right, first day. Yeah.
Wouldn't even made it through the front door.
Yep.
You'd be trying her out like a mattress at the store.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Have you seen that one yet, Jack? Subservience?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
It's a good one.
I know exactly what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
That's another good snowy horror movie.
Yeah.
Perfect for this time.
Yep.
Damn right. Have you gotten any snow, Jack?
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago was pretty rough, and it started again this past weekend, but it didn't end up too bad.
That's good. Yeah. It's been a weird year so far already. As far as
we have weird Tennessee weather anyway, so it's
yeah. At least you're not getting 10 feet, so you're all right with that.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Bring up another one that I've never seen, Jack. Come on. Dig in your pile.
Oh, Lord. Let's see what we got over here.
That's one of the reasons why I used to love Slashback so much, is because I knew either Joe or Jack would bring up something that I probably haven't seen, or maybe I have and haven't watched. So,
Spirit Camp.
I have not seen that, although
it's kind of hard to get now.
Is that out of print? Is it any good?
I've not watched it yet, but I did track it down before it got crazy expensive.
Yeah. Is it crazy expensive now? I gotta see now.
Well, the the one I did a couple of weeks ago, Strip Club Massacre, there's like one copy available on eBay, and it's like $50.
That's crazy. Let's see.
Strip Club Massacre, baby.
I heard some people say the Spirit Camp was pretty good. I haven't seen it.
Kelly said we didn't get any snow. We got a little bit of ice and missed a day of work. It seems to be a lot of ice going around right now.
Strip Club Slasher. This will be coming up before long.
Nice. Club Slasher, huh? Oh, well, that's great. It is unavailable.
Fun for the whole family, baby.
Let's see. Let me try something. You can rent it on Prime, but I will not do that. Prime can kiss my ass. I'll have to look on eBay for it. Let's see. Strip Club Slasher.
Strip Club Massacre.
No, you just brought out the slasher. Let's look at that one.
I think you said it was a strip club slasher.
Oh. No, there's one called the Strip Club Slasher. Unrated Director's Cut. Is that the one? Is that the Strip Club Slasher?
Yeah, I've not reviewed this one yet.
Is it? Have you watched it?
Yeah, this one's strip.
It's got to be the same thing, only a different.
No, because I'm saving it to review for my channel.
Okay, Scarlet Salem is Sarah Jensen. Does that sound familiar? On the back, does it say it's Scarlet Salem?
Let me look.
New Blood Entertainment. Well, Wow. Okay. They have the one that you have on there. It's currently unavailable, but there's a different one, Strip Club Slasher, that has the unrated director's cut.
This says
so true,
this
Leslie.
says not for the Squeamish Productions.
I know, Leslie. I noticed that more and more. Cover arts are definitely different now.
Yeah. Wait a minute. There's for
Wow, Kelly. Yeah, people lose their minds when they face new weather. Somebody forgets how to drive and everything.
You got that right. Well, they have one for like $18.99. It looks like a made copy though. Not sure if it's made or not. From the twisted vines behind. Your next two? There is no your next two. All right. I don't know.
Got you going down a rabbit hole now.
I'm going down there. Let's see.
You know, the thing about this stuff is, man, it gets to be expensive to collect this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Do you have one called The Elf? A slasher movie called The Elf?
No, I don't have that one.
Yeah, I watched it on, it was one of those YouTube free movie sites. And it was okay. I mean, people trashed it, but it wasn't as bad as what people said it was. Which is normally the case, but you know, I think the three of us
work with me here.
Yeah,
because I've got these earbuds in and not through my phone, and I'm on a delay.
Oh, are you? Yeah, they made a sequel to The Elf as well. Elves, I think. Yeah. I don't think that's available either, though.
Didn't they have one called Hell on the Shelf?
Yes. Sub Rosa Cinema did that one. Let's see, The Elf. You still there, Joe?
No.
Okay. Just making sure you're not there. No, not The Elf with Buddy.
Joe's bored of slasher movies.
No.
No, I know Jason's going to be on a rabbit hole now for the next 15 minutes. Looking for this.
Hey, man. Guess what? They have it.
See?
Oh, boy. Oh, it's going to be released on February 4th. Wait a minute.
Which one are you looking for?
The Elf. It's going to be, I guess they're re-releasing it. It's going to be released on February 4th. Again. For the second time. I don't know why they would release it for the second time.
Why not?
Yeah, people trashed it.
Did you see that Netflix movie, There's Something in the Barn?
No. Is it any good?
It's a Christmas movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a blast with that movie. Yeah. It was fun.
Is that that's a Netflix movie? All right, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, it's a Netflix movie.
I don't know why every time I go to Amazon it kicks me off.
You know, stuff locked down to the streaming sites.
Yeah. All right, There's Something in the Barn. I think that's available.
I don't know if it came out.
DVD. Actually, wow. It's a overseas title.
Yeah. So say I don't think it's
the
gonna
Blu-ray is any different. No, that's overseas too.
Because Netflix.
Yeah. Fucking Netflix. Bastards. It took me so long to get Black Friday.
I've been picking up a lot of crazy stuff here lately.
Nice. What's that one called? Oh, wow. Wait a minute.
I did that for
Good
something.
night, God bless.
Yeah. Yes. Who released that? Ah, I got that.
Let's see, who did release that?
Is that one any good? Good night, God bless. I know that's an 80s one.
I didn't love it, but I had only watched it like that one time. I reviewed it, I think, at some point.
I have it on VHS, but I have not seen it in forever.
Yeah, I have the VHS as well. Like I said, I didn't love it. I didn't dislike it either.
Wonder who put that out. Yeah, me too, Kelly.
Airvision's been putting out a lot of great stuff.
Yes. I do have that one. I had the Severin Intervision version of that one. Dreamstalker.
Kelly, with there's a will, there's a way. You'll find the room.
I do have that, Jack. I have that one. I think it might be.
See, I stockpile on a lot of slasher movies. I have piles and piles and just loaded down shelves full of slasher movies. And I hope to get to review a lot of them, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah. Man, I love that movie. I don't know a damn thing about cricket, but I love that movie. That's a fun one. Oh boy. We'll let Joe talk on this one before. Yeah. I didn't mind that movie at all. And I like that she wasn't in it hardly. So, yeah. That's your buddy, Joe. What the hell's her name?
Jojo Siwa?
That's it. Yeah. She was hardly in it.
Good.
Do you know she won that Special Forces show?
Really?
She did, yeah. Beat out football players.
She's got both genders on her side, right?
Apparently.
Do it all.
Yeah. I like to let's see, the one I was talking to you about, I can't remember the name of it now. It's The Night Divides the Day. Did you ever get that, Jack? Night Divides the Day?
Yes, I have that one.
Yeah, it was all right. It was okay.
It's actually been a couple of years. It's been a couple of years since I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah. It was all right. It wasn't anything great. But do you have Bring It On, Cheer or Die?
Yes, I have that.
Do you?
I'm still working with a delay here, so you guys have to work with me.
Yeah. Have you watched it?
Yes, I love Bring It On, Cheer or Die.
Yeah, that was fun. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I was really surprised.
Kelly has it.
Yep.
Kelly has Bring It
So
On.
is it a sequel to that franchise or just a spoof of that franchise?
I believe it's technically considered the 7th film in the franchise.
Yeah. Oddly enough.
Yeah. I wish more franchises would do that kind of thing. To have like an American Pie slasher film coming up. You know what I mean?
So I will never watch the other ones.
I watched the first one, and I think I watched the second one and didn't like it, so I didn't go any further. But the first one was okay for what it was. Let's see, man, that ring.
Yeah, I don't know, Verge. I think they had some issues with Cheerleader Camp. I don't know why it's not getting a release.
Man, I wish it would get a release.
I just watched it not long ago. I remember I watched it again.
You suck, Joe. I can't watch it. I don't think. Unless I want to spend $50.
I like Cheerleader Camp.
The Yankee.
Yeah, me too. Damn thing. It's like one of the only Anchor Bay movies that
Didn't they make sequels to it?
Well, no, but yeah, that's not part of that franchise, is it, Joe?
Cheerleader Camp. I did
100% sure.
I did the sequel for it. Remember, what was it? Camp Fair or Camp something? It was the that was technically Cheerleader Camp 2. It has
the Betsy Russell one?
The Betsy Russell one, remember?
Oh, Camp Fear.
Yeah, I talked about that in my video. It's technically Cheerleader Camp 2.
Right. I got a line on that one. I don't think I want to pay the price, but I got a line on it.
Don't pay the price. You can always get it another way.
Yeah, that's one I always wanted to see, especially I've always been a big fan of Betsy Russell.
That's pretty good, that movie. Kelly has most of the Bring It On movies.
Do you? That's awesome. Like I said, I like the first one.
My cousin has all of them, I think.
That's cool. The seventh one in the franchise ended up being a slasher movie. Talk about yeah. I was so confused when I saw it, and then I picked it up. I was like, okay, I guess I'm taking it home. Then I told you about it.
Yeah, because we didn't know what to think about it at first. I remember seeing it at Walmart and thinking, but then and then I had to go to like a Walmart like almost an hour away to find it.
Yeah.
By the time that I wanted it. And there it was, just sitting there on the top of the $5 bin. I was like, oh. I literally haven't seen a copy of that movie since, you know. I've never seen it at a thrift store. I've never seen it at Walmart again. I do not come across that one too often.
I think the dump bins around me have it.
I don't have any dump bins anymore, so.
Yeah, I still got one at the one place. But who knows how long that'll be there. So we need more horror westerns. That's what we need. Love horror westerns.
I got some slasher westerns.
Really? The hell's the name of that movie?
I'm trying to think of I watched one a while back. I was trying to think what the name of that one was.
Devil Rider?
Devil Rider.
I got that VHS.
Yeah, I was gonna buy the MVD, but I started watching it on YouTube and I was like, eh.
So that's what you said about the last horror film.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And there was one that MVD brought out a while back called Ghost Riders, I think it was called.
Ghost Riders, yeah.
It was all right. It wasn't that great.
It's not a great movie.
Yeah. But, you know, like something like Westworld, I would love to see Westworld be remade more like the original. That would be cool. Although,
I mean, it's basically the Terminator at a Western theme park, so.
Yeah. Yul Brynner's awesome in that.
Yep.
Westworld is AI before AI was AI.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but he has it.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, honestly, No Country for Old Men is basically a slasher with a gun, and it's like a modernized Western. You know what I mean? And think about it. I mean, and the killer in that movie is just basically like the Terminator, only he's human.
Creepy.
Dude just
creepy
keeps
as
coming.
hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He's awesome. Anton
Chigurh.
Chigurh.
Yep.
Or as Woody Harrelson calls him, Anton Sugar.
Yeah. Yeah, that does count. Actually, good one, Annette. Death Valley with Ralphie, The Christmas Story.
Yeah.
The Western slasher.
Yeah, that is a slasher movie. Yeah.
Yep. Peter Billings.
I'm trying to think of who played the bad guy in that. I'm drawing a blank.
I haven't watched that movie in so long. Last time I watched it is when I first got the Scream Factory, but that was like one of the early Scream Factory releases.
Yeah.
Because I remember
I got that. Somebody said it was going out of print.
I remember watching it when I was younger a lot because I thought it was cool seeing Ralphie in a slasher film.
Yeah.
And it was one of those movies when Scream Factory announced it, it was like, oh my God, I totally forgot about this movie. So I was super excited to revisit it after all those years.
Do you have the Dirt Bike Kid?
Paul and Matt, yeah. Yes. Dirt Bike Kid with Ralphie, yeah.
Is that any good?
Oh yeah, I used to watch that one a lot too.
Yeah, I've never seen that one either. Paul and Matt, yeah.
No.
The Pale Door was really good. It's kind of a witch Western movie.
Dead Bird and The Burrowers, those are two great ones, Verge.
Bone Tomahawk, baby. That's my favorite horror Western.
Yeah, I'd have to say that and Westworld are my two favorites.
Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah.
I love the characters in that movie.
Yeah. That cast is awesome, and that's a longer movie that doesn't feel like it's a long
Doesn't feel like it at all because you're so invested in the characters. Yeah. And that's what makes it so good because when they start getting killed off, it's like, oh my God, it hits you so much harder.
Yeah. Man, there's some nasty people up in there.
Oof.
Whew.
Man, that movie's awesome.
Yeah. I'm due for a rewatch of that soon.
Good movie.
Have you seen Dead Birds yet, Joe?
I haven't. I've had that movie forever, and I haven't watched it.
It's got the kid from E.T., Henry Thomas.
Henry Thomas, yeah.
It's a good one. It's not a slasher movie. It's more of a...
Yeah, no, I know what it is. I remember when it came out. I remember seeing like
since it originally released.
Yeah.
I remember seeing like the look of them, and I thought I was like, oh, this looks awesome. I need to get this.
Good movie.
I got it, and then never watched it.
Yeah. I do the same thing.
Yep.
I haven't watched The Burrowers since I bought it. I mean, I saw it before. That's why I obviously wanted it in my collection, but
I picked it up.
I haven't watched it since I bought it.
I picked it up because of you. What's the other one you told me about with Dakota Fanning? I haven't watched that one yet.
Oh my God, Brimstone.
Brimstone, yeah.
That movie. Whew. That movie's messed up. That was one of your Skinamarink type deals.
Yeah.
Where you were going to put it on and fall asleep. I was going to put on Brimstone because it's a long movie and I was going to fall asleep. And that movie I couldn't fall asleep. It was just disturbing.
Verge, are you talking about the Australian slasher? Blood Moon?
Oh, yeah.
The barbed wire strangler.
Yeah, Severin put that out.
Yep. I got the VHS. Always loved the cover of that.
Yeah. There's a few of them. I think there's another Blood Moon that's a...
There's a few Blood Moon, that's why.
There you go, Jack.
There it is.
Skinamarink.
Jack said he'll never watch it again.
You didn't
I'll
like that?
Never watch Skinamarink again.
Yeah, it's different. That's for sure.
I'm good about giving stuff a second try, but that one, I just can't do
it. It's long, and it's for what it is. It's I mean, I like it, but I understand. Believe me.
I gained like a much bigger appreciation over my second and then third watch. Like,
yeah,
it's one of those weird movies. You just have to be in like the perfect mindset for it.
Yeah.
But the first time we were like, oof.
Yeah.
What mindset is that?
Yeah, half asleep, I think.
Oh, Verge is talking about the 2014 Blood Moon with the werewolf. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I see that around a lot. The thrift store, at the thrift stores and stuff. Yeah.
I don't have that one.
Really? You have to. You have to. I feel like that one's like it's just one of those movies that's like always around.
Let me look at the cover. Maybe I do.
It's like a werewolf howling on the cover or whatever.
Blood Moon.
Is that the one with Kane Hodder? Where he's the werewolf?
No, that's what is that called? Project God damn it. No, it was lost on VHS up until about 2 years ago.
No, not Project Metal based. It's a different one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what you were talking about.
Okay, I see a blood moon with a hand, like a wolf hand, a claw. I see a blood moon with a guy with a gun on his back, and he has a 6-shooter out. And I see a blood moon with this looks like a CGI face on the cover. It will rip your heart out.
It's like the werewolf one. It has like the werewolf claw on it, and it has like the werewolf face. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, okay. There is a face on there.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's that one. That's the 2014 one. Then there's the Blood Moon with like the other face on it with the. There's a lot of Blood Moons.
Yeah. The blood moon with the. Do you see the one with the CGI face on there?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might have that one.
The one with Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Grace Jones, I think, is in that too.
Grace Jones. Mayday.
So I got to find the other one that has Kane Hodder in it, where he's a werewolf. I'm looking. Dark Wolf.
Dark Wolf, yeah. Okay.
Dark Wolf. Huh. I don't know if I have that one either. Let's see.
That one.
Oh, I think I have that one. I've never watched it though. I know the writing. It's like scratched. Yeah. Yeah, I have that one. You ever seen Wolves?
So after vigorous searching, I finally found the Western slasher movies that I was talking about.
Which one?
Actually, it's called Fort Doom from 2004.
Huh. Fort Doom.
It kind of actually starts off as a slasher, and then it kind of forgets that that's what it started off as, and
oh wow,
totally something different.
Is it any good?
It's not the greatest in the world, I would say, but I bought it because it was a Western slasher.
It's got Debbie Rochon in it. Fort Doom. I've never even heard of that one. Good old Debbie Rochon.
It's probably cheap.
Yeah. Cheap and cheesy, just the way I like them.
And,
cheesy,
you know, mid-2000s. Mid-2000s, Debbie Rochon was pretty young.
Yes. And pretty, yeah.
Bleed.
Yep. Yes. Yep. I watched that again the other day.
Because you're a prevert.
I am a prevert. It's also got the other girl in there too. It's not Michelle Bauer. It was the one with the big fake ones.
The big fake ones.
Dark hair. Like black dark hair.
The big fake ones.
Yeah.
Is it what's her face from Witchcraft 4?
Yes.
The one that died? What's her name?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the hell is her name? It's definitely not the big fake ones, but
why not?
That's not her name.
Julie Strain.
That's it. Yep.
I'm over here straining to figure out her name, and I'm like,
that ain't all you're straining.
Julie Strain.
Yep. Yeah, she was in Witchcraft. I forgot about that.
Witchcraft 4.
She showed her witchcraft.
She showed more than that.
Boy, Mark Andrews is making all kinds of lists now. Worst NFL drop passes.
Oof, that's a tough one.
Well,
the funny thing is, it would have only tied the game. It's not guaranteed they would have won. I mean, it's not.
I think they would have.
Yeah, but it's easy to say that. Who knows? You know what I mean? It's one of those things where
they had the momentum. But that could have been changed too if they did something stupid again.
Yeah, and plus the Bills had some time to come back too. It wasn't like it was seconds left.
Yeah, there's like a minute 33 left.
Yeah, that's enough time to get down and kick a field goal. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. He wasn't moving the ball too well though at that point. I know that. And we just couldn't catch it.
You better move it well on Sunday.
And now the Bills have to play the Kansas City Chiefs, where they draw penalties from helmet to helmet.
Yeah. Kansas City
That's
Chiefs.
Crazy. What a joke.
When it's the other team.
Yep. Ridiculous.
That's crazy. Somebody took up for them too this week. Said, "Oh, who? It was Shannon Sharp. He took up for him. He said, "Oh, when there's any kind of a doubt, they just automatically throw the flag now."
Yeah. Why did they not throw it for other games then? Why is it only with the Chiefs?
Exactly. Well, there must be no doubt in any of the other games.
Unbelievable.
Oh man, it's terrible. Terrible. So what you got coming up on your channel, Jack?
My team's got the #1 pick in the draft. Well, so coming up on my channel tomorrow night. So I kind of expanded on you guys's I kind of expanded on you guys's standalone slasher films.
Nice.
So I'm doing a top 25 standalone slasher films list.
Nice. All right, you got to tell us what's 25.
Yeah. So ton of work going into it. At number 25,
Right.
That's like me. I was put everything in my notebook.
I have to find my list. Hey, you guys hang on for a few minutes. I'm gonna see if I can't figure out these audio issues I'm having.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. It's all ready to go, Joe. Deep red.
Hell yeah. Earlier, Pete Hegseth got confirmed for secretary. Vance had to make the tie vote in the Senate.
Really?
It was 50-50. So they had to wait for Vance to come down and make the deciding vote.
Damn right. It's going to be a long 4 years, or at least a long 2 years.
I hope it is.
You and me both. You and me both.
This has been a great week so far.
Yeah. And it's just going to get better.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a big one because that was one of the ones where they weren't sure if it was going to get the votes. But thank you, JD.
They need to do something to, well, we were watching tonight. They need to do something to help those people, you know?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And I'm glad. Say what you want, but you're going to have to remember that.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's what's it's going to amount to, I'm pretty sure. So I'm glad people can cry all they want. Going to be a lot of tears in the next 4 years. That rhymed.
Yeah, it did.
This was a cool cover you found for Totally Killer.
Well, I wanted it to sort of match Slaughterhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
See how like they're similar?
Yeah. Man, I had a blast with this. I really did.
Yeah. Too.
I'm hoping, like I said, it's been a while since I've seen Totally Killer, and I think you'll like it. I think Slaughterhouse kind of blew it out of the water. I had way more fun with that than I thought I was going to.
I'm excited to make our way through more of those Gialli.
Yeah, you and me both. I think I'm going to watch what's it called? Trauma again.
I've been pulling Gialli as like I find them when I'm going through my collection. I came across Fatal Frames earlier today, so I put that aside.
That's the one with
Donald Pleasance.
Fatal Frames.
Yep.
Wasn't that the one that Synapse released?
Is it Synapse? It might be Synapse, yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Synapse or Elite.
I had a rough time with that one.
Really? I like that movie.
Fatal Frames?
Yeah.
I hope we're talking about two different movies then.
It's a 90s movie with has Donald Pleasance in it.
I got lucky. I bought it from Hamilton Book if we're talking about the same one. That's it. Fatal Frames.
Really? How time was it?
I did. First of all, it was longer than I expected. 2 hours and 5 minutes. I
liked it. I don't remember being that long, but yeah, I guess it is. I like how he records his victims and stuff. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely eager to watch it again. Maybe I had trouble. Maybe I was tired. You know, it affects you differently when you're tired or.
David Warbeck, that's the other guy that's in it.
Yeah.
Linnea Quigley's in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pleasance. Angus Scrimm.
Yes. That's one of the reasons why I really wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Watch anything with him in it.
Black Billy the Tarantula should be here tomorrow.
Really? Yes.
Yep.
I'll have to.
Verge, have you guys done video series on Brian De Palma films? So we've watched a lot of De Palma films together. We haven't actually done like a stream or anything like that, but we've talked about it actually quite a few times. So at some point we will probably do like a stream ranking at least some of his films.
Yes.
What was
I did a lot of reviews for Brian De Palma on body bags to the point where they asked me to stop.
Yeah. Do you know what was that? Was that the movie with the snake in the bag?
Fatal Frames?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I haven't
It's been a while since I saw it.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I remember I got this DVD back. I got it at Newbury Comics.
Probably when it first came out.
Yeah, I got it at a Newbury Comics like probably decades ago. It's like literally like 20 years ago probably when it first came out. So it's been that long since I've seen it. But I remember liking it. I totally forgot that I had it, to be honest. I was just going through stuff and there it was.
That's out of print now.
Yeah.
I got lucky and got it at Hamilton Book for a really cheap price.
So I'm officially back now. I can hear on time now and not no echoes.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.
The show's over. No, 25. Number 25's Blood Rage.
Interesting.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Well, you know, like any list like that is going to have yearly movies that you watch, like through the holidays and stuff.
Oh yeah. I like Blood Rage a lot.
Yeah, I do too. It's not cranberry sauce, Artie.
Definitely not cranberry sauce. So is Final Exam on your list?
No.
That's because it's too boring to make the top 25.
Now, if I do another 25, I may put it on there. I don't have an issue with Final Exam. I wouldn't put it in the top 25 though.
It takes too long to get going.
Yeah. And I'll be the first one. I was one to champion that movie. And then
we watched it for Video Nasties. And Jason's like, yeah, I don't like this that much anymore.
I don't mind it. It's not a top 25.
Yeah, no, I don't dislike it. It's just it's kind of like I can take it or leave it. I gotta be in the mood, I guess.
This is actually really great being able to hear now because like the last 30 minutes has been like a living hell trying to figure the audio out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you guys were like 2 minutes ahead of me, and when I would try to speak, you guys were already speaking, and it's just like what?
Yeah, a while back, my son got like this package in the mail from like Amazon or whatever, and he hands it to me. He's like, "Oh, I got this for you," and I was like, "What's this?" And it's like this nice pair of like headphones with a mic attached and everything that like they work really well, and
nice.
it drowns out like all the other sound around me. So they're like perfect. They're just like a noise reduction mic. It has the volume control, all this stuff. So that's what I've been using ever since.
That's probably what I need to get too.
Yeah,
Earbuds
probably me too,
brother.
It's like a wireless gaming mic is basically what it is with headphones, and it works perfectly.
Well, you know what? I bet you the one that I use on Xbox would probably work.
Yeah, well, that's what exactly this is. My son has his very own pair for his Xbox, and they work really well for him. So he bought me my own for when we do streams.
Yeah.
Because I always tell him like I was always trying to find like a good balance of like being able to hear, but people being able to hear me without any like noise, any static.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I sound pretty good with this, right?
Yeah. Very clear.
Yeah.
So
I apologize for everybody out in the chat. I've been off the rails for a while now, but now I'm on time with everybody.
That's all right. I'm usually the same way. Something always happens. Usually when I figured out what I did wrong last time. So I'm not great with tech stuff. So I'm old.
Okay. So basically to kind of go back to what we were talking about. So I kind of did this as a tribute, because you guys come up with the idea for the your top 3 favorite standalone slashers. So I went a little bit of a step further and done kind of a tribute to the videos that we did back in 2020, and that's why I did top 20 25 for 2025.
Nice. So, nice. Yeah. That's awesome. And
then,
I knew The Night Brings Charlie better be on there.
So and
he's not also, telling me.
So you know how, like, my old videos, it just showed the movie and it had cool music in the background that go into the other one. Well, this has explanations for all of them.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the sequel is going to be more. And the sequel is going to be more distinguished. It's going to be The Night Brings Charles.
Speaking of sequels, has anyone seen the oh man, what the hell is that movie called? Fall Break.
The Mutilator?
Yeah, The Mutilator 2. They were supposed to be making it.
Yeah, they did. I don't know if I know people have seen it.
Short run.
Yeah.
Like theatrical, like a short run.
Yep.
I've been waiting on it to come out because I was going to pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Weird.
But again, I mentioned it briefly earlier. Toxic Avenger remake is finally getting a theatrical release.
Really?
Yeah. That in the chat earlier.
Yep, I'm happy about that. So that's coming.
Is Peter Dinklage still toxic?
What about Carver? Carver is
yeah, it's the movie. Good. They didn't change it.
Oh, they said something about having trouble with him.
Oh no, the movie's been done. I mean, 2023, it premiered at festivals and stuff. People saw it.
Oh,
it got really good reviews from the audiences that saw it, but they just didn't have a distributor for it.
Oh,
they said they couldn't because they felt the movie wasn't marketable because, like, you know, it's Toxic Avenger.
But people love Toxie.
I know, but they get it. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Hey, Michael.
Yeah, we got somebody mentioning Carver down here in the chat, and
Carver,
great yeah, it's a great slasher movie.
What about John Carver?
Carver. Okay, I gotta see the cover.
Okay, well, I'll have to go get
it. I'm looking it up.
I have Carver.
I think I do too.
I did a review for it for Slashback.
How's it going, Michael? How you doing?
I think I have this one. I think I have it on a Blu-ray. I think.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I probably don't.
It, man. You it.
Or maybe that's Red Hook. I don't know. They have similar covers. I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, we're doing good.
We definitely we're gonna start streaming more again. We get a little bit behind on stuff, but
I'm pretty sure I have that somewhere.
Yeah, I got that.
There's an alternate cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have that.
It's really good, you guys. I mean, you need to see it if you've not seen that one. I recommend it. I reviewed it for Slashback.
Yep.
Then I probably do, because anything that sounded interesting that anyone talked about, I usually try to pick up.
Can you believe it's been like 5 years since Slashback?
I know. I want my Saturdays back.
That's nuts. Thursdays too, apparently.
I love Slashback.
I mean, that's why I'm still talking about slasher movies. I mean, you know, why would I give up talking about what I want to talk about?
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
It was so much fun to find a appropriate slasher movie for the themes that were picked out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, do I go with this one? Do I go with this one? How many people have seen this one?
So when I started doing slasher archives, I tried to start off with like a monthly theme. Like, so January would be like cold weather slashers.
Yeah.
So anything with, like, you know, the more snow, the better, or whatever, the, you know, a cold temperature setting. They don't always have snow, but so of course, then you move into February, and it was kind of love theme slasher movies, So I tried to do like a theme like that throughout the year and stuff, but like trying to do all that, and then like COVID hit, and I was kind of out of commission for part of a year.
You were really sick for a while.
I mean, even coming up with the themes for Slashback, I mean, it's one of those things where there's so many themes, but at the same time, it's like you're trying to find one that's good for everybody, because then everybody has the same amount of slashers that we do, for example.
Yeah.
So there were certain themes that I would have loved to have done, but it was like, I don't know if people are gonna be able to find movies for this one. So, but I had fun coming up with the themes every week.
Think about this though. How many new movies did you watch because of that?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, same thing with Top Tuesday. I found a lot of movies because of that as well.
Yep.
And then, I just remember like of course, I was always in the Slash Bro streams and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, because I wanted to hear the announcement for the new one, because on most occasions, I mean, after you guys got off, that was what I watched next, that night, which technically was next day, but
yeah, I had a great time with that.
But and then like you get your review done, and you can't wait for people to check it out and see what they think about what you picked, and then you get to go around and see what everybody else picked, and that was cool.
It's crazy to think, over the 2 years, 104 slasher movies we watched just for that challenge.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy.
And think about how many people participated in Slashback. So think about how many different slasher films were watched over those 2 years.
And, and what's nuts, I tried to keep up with as many people as I possibly could.
Yep.
And I'm sure there was probably people doing it that I didn't even know about, I mean, I tried. If I would have known, I would have watched it. But, yeah, and I couldn't imagine you, Joe, it being your challenge and you trying to keep up with everybody.
That was the toughest part. Yeah.
It was so much fun though, watching everybody's video to see why they picked what they picked, and if it was a first time watch.
Yeah, and because it's the themes. Like it's like, okay, like what snowy slasher are they watching this week? And
yep.
And that's why it's not just a matter of like
excited for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just it wasn't just like random slashers, like they had to fit the theme. That's what
Saturday seems like a fun time to do this.
I mean, that's why I do archives on Saturdays, 7 o'clock every Saturday. You know what's crazy? Since I've been back, I'm only 4 videos back in, and I've had 3 movie studios contact me.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I've had wanting me to kind of do videos of their films and stuff.
Nice.
And,
wow.
I didn't have, from time to time, I would do movies for like Slashback. Usually, every once in a while, there would be like somebody that would reach out and talk about a movie that I did. I mean, it could be like a year later on down the road or something,
Yeah.
But even like for the archives, some of the earlier ones and stuff, some of the directors and stuff would get in contact with me and stuff and appreciate me, talking about their film and stuff. But that's kind of really cool. But I'm getting a lot of that now.
Nice.
It's in the title. People know what you love.
Yeah.
And people are always trying to make a low budget slasher movie because it's probably the easiest thing to make that's low budget besides porn.
Yeah, the last week's video for Methodic, which that's a really fun movie. I hope that you can track it down. It's definitely worth seeing. It's fun. But the director of that movie tracked me down and, was kind of thankful and stuff. And of course I had to ask the question, I mean, are we ever going to do a sequel or what, So
yeah.
Of course, funding is always the issue there. But I mean, to me, it's like a good time to do slasher movies because that was the whole point of my resurgence video, was because slasher movies to me are, they're hot right now. There's a lot of them coming out, and I mean, they can
horror in general is hot, which is great for us. Horror in general is really hot and on the upswing. So, that's awesome. I mean, it's a good time to be a horror fan. The last 3 to 4 years have been, a lot of really good stuff coming out.
I still say 2022 is one of the greatest years in horror history.
Yeah.
2022 had some amazing releases.
Yeah, that too. Yep.
2023 was a massive year for slasher films.
Yeah.
If you get to looking into it, a lot of great stuff come out.
Oh yeah, we do our rankings every year. It was another good year for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I can't wait to see what they got coming out in the future, and I hope we still get a lot of new stuff, but some sequels to a lot of the franchises that we know and love. Like I'm wondering where when the next Leprechaun movie's coming out. I mean, Leprechaun Returns was awesome. Yeah, I don't really care for that franchise that much, but I love Leprechaun Returns.
Yeah. Well, they should have kept the same actor too. I mean, you can't have Warwick Davis like at 95 still doing Leprechaun.
Yeah. I like the new guy. I thought he was really good.
Follow-up question down here about the Carver DVDs. So the one that I have watched is the unrated. The other one I have not watched. So I have to check the other one out. But I have watched the unrated copy.
Nice. I'll have to look and see if I have that.
I'm not totally sure on the differences, but I will be diving into that for sure.
Yeah.
And there was another one that I tracked down, the unrated copy of Midnight Movie.
Yes. You're talking about the killer cut?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to get the killer cut. I like that movie a lot. I always have.
I paid some money for it, but I mean, I wanted to get it.
I have 3 copies of that, and none of them are the killer cut.
Yeah, me too. I got a bunch of those.
Yeah, I got the Blu-ray, I got the lenticular cover, and then the regular cover, and yeah, it's.
You don't have the killer cut.
No, I don't. I want to get it though.
I paid a decent amount for mine. I mean, but that's a fun movie.
Yeah, I always liked the Midnight Movie. I always thought it was fun.
I like it when a slasher villain has a weapon of choice.
Yes.
Especially when it's something that's unique.
Yeah.
That's always a lot of fun. But now there could be kind of a downside. Like, so if you're killing everybody with the same thing, I mean, it gets a little bit repetitive. There's only so much you're going to be able to do. That would be kind of one of my negatives about Methodic that I did last week. Like the tagline was the world's first basher movie, which that tagline's debatable. I mean, Sledgehammer was long before that, but anyway, all the kills are with blunt objects, frying pan, golf club, and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Which is cool, yeah. But I mean, when you get all of that, you kind of do miss like a belated kill at some point, I mean, just give me one.
Yeah.
He's
the one that introduced me to the Greenskeeper that you and I watched, Joe.
Yeah.
I
like that movie. Too.
The baseball player?
Golfer.
Yeah, the golfer.
He was a baseball player. Was it golfer?
That was the catcher.
Yep.
Yeah, the Greenskeeper.
No, I'm talking about the actual actor.
Oh, I'm not sure.
A baseball player. Yeah, he was a baseball player in the major leagues. I'm pretty sure.
Huh. I like that movie. I thought it was a lot of fun.
That in my review, but anyway, yeah. I mean, that's there's some hidden gems in the 2000s, and I know people really crap on the 2000s. I'm very fortunate that I have collected a lot of those B-movie slashers from the 2000s because, I mean, they're getting really expensive. A lot of them are not streaming anywhere either. So I'm thankful to have them.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll give you a spoiler. Monster Man's going to be on my top 25 list.
I love Monster Man.
I love that.
I can't help it.
Yeah.
Standalone.
What did we do that for, Joe? Was that for the Fangoria?
No, we didn't do it for anything. I think we just watched it.
We just watched it?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, we did it for 2000 slasher stream.
Oh, okay. Okay.
When we did our ranking.
Yeah.
What we were talking about different weapons of choice. It's like I don't know why I can't think of it right now. What movie did we watch where the killer specifically uses a garrote, like it was like the strangling weapon? We watched it not long ago. What the hell was it?
And it was through the whole movie too.
Yeah. What was it?
Shit.
I cannot for the life of me figure it out.
I thought it was a giallo.
I feel like it probably was, but what was it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't.
I think it was a giallo though.
Wait a minute. Was it Trauma? The Argento one.
Oh, Argento's Trauma. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah, because you're a pervert.
I am a pervert.
That's a cool weapon of choice in that movie.
Yeah,
I like that.
I don't mind strangler movies. I mean, I know some people don't consider them slasher movies, but you know.
Well, Child's Play is a strangler. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You know, I have the most simplest answer and explanation to what I think a slasher movie is. And basically all it is, you know, to me, it's whatever I feel like it is.
Me too.
To me, it really doesn't matter what everybody else thinks.
Yep.
And it should be up to the individual to decide.
I agree.
So because really it doesn't matter. I mean,
for me, it's about more about like a formula, how it makes me feel, if it is. So Jack, I'm assuming you've seen it. Have you seen April Fool's Day?
Yes, the one from the 80s, like 86.
Yeah. So like that, like Jason and I always talk about that. Like obviously it's considered a slasher film. I consider it a slasher film, but I mean, if nobody dies, is it really a slasher film? Like it.
Well,
like what is it if it's not?
You don't know if anybody dies or not.
You know?
During the film, yeah, you're right. You're not sure until the very end.
Yeah.
Which is part of the twist. Yeah. It's got that formula.
I still need to see the Scout Taylor Compton April Fool's movie.
Oh, the
remake, April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've not seen that one.
We did that one for Seldom Seen, right?
It was either that or Positive Spin.
Seldom Seen, I think we did it. Yeah. I think that was the first remake we did for Seldom Seen.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I still prefer the original, but
yeah,
it was a good remake. It was pretty good because it actually
took the source material and did its own thing.
I was gonna say, yeah, it does stay true to the original, but it has its own little twist.
Yeah.
So the original is a bit of a mixed bag for me, just because the way it ends up is way too tame for my taste. you know. I mean, it's not a bad film. I could watch it, but it is a little on the tame side.
I told Joe when I saw this when I was a kid, when I saw April Fool's Day, I hated it because everything was a there was a lot of comedy in it, and everything was a big joke at the end. And I really hated it. I didn't watch it for years, and finally, I think was it the second time I watched it was with you?
Yeah, we watched it. We watched it not long ago because we did it for Controversial.
I loved it. It was so much fun.
It is. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
I love the setting and everything. It's a fun like spring slasher film. Like has a good spring atmosphere.
you know, so I just heard comedy mixed with slasher. The first time I ever watched Bloody Bloody Bible Camp, I was laughing at that movie so hard I had tears rolling down my face. Like I had to pause it to gather myself.
All right. Well, you were the one to introduce me to that, right?
Bloody Bloody Bible Camp?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
You had mentioned it. I bought it, and then I broke my hip, right? So I was in the hospital, and I was in a religious hospital. And I only did a few videos. Look at Jack. The whole time I was there, I only did a few videos, and they were the ones I ended up doing were for Slashback. So I did Bloody Bloody Bible Camp in the hospital with a cross sitting right up there over the over me. They must have thought I was crazy.
You sing that one, Joe?
I haven't.
It's fun.
It's got Reggie Bannister in it.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah. I just never watched it.
It's fun. It's really fun. I love the cover too. Yeah, I got that because of you. You're the one that recommended that to me.
Oh, speaking of getting something because somebody recommended, I seen something over a minute ago. I've not watched it, but you another one. I think actually both of you guys have recommended this one to me. Oh my God, I'm holding up the show again.
Oh, no.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
Oh, yes. Okay. That's hard to find. You probably paid pretty good for that, didn't you?
About $20.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I lucked out and found it at a thrift store.
Me too. That's where I found mine.
Yeah. Lucked out. Because that thing goes for like $50-$60 now.
I mean, that's just what happens though. Like if you put stuff off and you're watching it and you just put it off for a long time, you eventually are going to pay the price for it.
Yep. Yeah, I was talking to Joe about it. The Corruption of Chris Miller from Vinegar Syndrome is a giallo, and I had it in my cart like 10 times. Never bought it. Now it's out of print. Goes for about $100.
Yeah.
I mean, so that one Delirium, I didn't get that one, and I wished I would have got that one. Which I have a few copies of it, but that was a really nice release, you know.
Yeah. Photos of Gloria. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Joe hasn't seen that
movie.
one yet.
Oh man, that's a great movie.
I have
violent
DVD.
as hell.
Yeah.
Huh?
You'll love the kills.
Yeah, the kills are wild. But the girl, the woman that's in it, she can't act worth a damn. But then again, with what she has to offer, she doesn't really need to.
What else? What other giallo was she in that we watched? She was in something.
I don't know. I think her name is something Grande.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah.
Grande. Argento uses a lot of the same people, if you noticed.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially the little
lady. The lady that was in Deep Red, she was the reporter.
Deep Red.
Yeah.
That was Argento's wife at the time.
Yeah.
So she was in Phenomena also.
Yeah. Daria Nicolodi.
Yep, she's in Tenebrae too.
Yeah.
Daria
Nicolodi, yep.
I think she might have been in Three Mothers too.
She's in Inferno too, yeah.
Yes, she is.
She's Inferno. Yeah, because like I said, it was Argento's wife at the time, so he just cast her and everything.
Yeah.
Well, she was in Shock, the leading role in that, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow. The Lamberto Bava one?
Was it Mario Bava or maybe it was Lamberto Bava?
I think he was sick at the time, and I think his son took over for him.
Yep.
That's the one with the little redheaded kid. Yeah.
I know what the girl from Delirium is in, Jason. She's in Anthropophagus.
Oh, okay.
That's when we first started. That's when we first started talking about Delirium, because you and I were watching Anthropophagus.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Oh, she's in Delirium too." That's when we first talked about Delirium. And then I dug through my collection, looking for that disc, and I found it, DVD. And Anthropophagus.
You know, one of the great things about Anthropophagus is like the setting and the atmosphere of that movie. The tension, you can cut it with a knife.
Yeah. I love the little town. It just looks like it's like the town the time forgot.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful place. And it's such a fun movie.
You have the girl that can smell him, and he smells of blood and death, I mean,
yeah. Now, Anthropophagus 2 is different. Very much different, but I did like it.
That might have to be my movie after we get off tonight.
Yeah. It's definitely more extreme than I thought it would be.
Really? Wow, that's way up my alley then.
Yeah. But I like the setting in it. You'll like the setting in it, I think. I wish there was nudity in it, but there's not, because I'm a pervert.
Oh, you pervert.
But I am a pervert. But some of the girls in there are really very, very attractive. But there's no nudity. So at least not that I remember.
I'm never watching it. Forget it.
Who's the pervert?
Forget it.
Yeah. Absurd will be fun to watch. I haven't watched that in a while. I like Absurd.
I've got the 88 films Italian.
Do you?
Yeah, the Italian classics or whatever. Which that's what I have of Anthropophagus also. So that kind of goes together pretty nicely.
I love the cover for Anthropophagus. Oh wait, maybe it's Absurd. The one with just the axe on the cover. Is that Absurd?
That's Absurd.
Yeah.
That was the VHS cover.
Yeah. Yeah, that has a lot of different names. So does Anthropophagus.
The Grim Reaper.
Yep. I got the did I ever tell you I got the shit, what's it called? Shriek Show of that. The 2-disc one of Anthropophagus.
Anthropophagus, yeah.
I mean, I have the Severin, but I finally found it on Shriek Show.
It took me a long time because I had the Grim Reaper DVD. I didn't know that it was Anthropophagus.
Yeah.
I had never even heard that title.
Yeah.
That's like Seven Doors of Death. I did.
The Beyond, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a different movie. That's crazy.
I just recently picked that up again because I there was a couple different copies that I had of House by the Cemetery, and of course the Beyond with the 7 Doors of Death, I think is what it's called.
7 Doors of
Death.
Yep.
And I ended up giving them to my friend because he wanted to check out Lucio Fulci. And I already had the regular copies. So in a thrift store, because I'm an asshole, I bought 7 Doors of Death again, even though I have the Beyond, a really good version of it, but I had to have that diamond one. That
I have the diamond one too, yeah.
Yeah.
7 Doors.
Yeah. And it's a pretty good, I watched it. It was a really good, the picture was really good to it.
Yeah.
So that one and the House by the Cemetery is also a diamond. They put that out.
Yep, I got that one too.
Yeah. A really good picture on that one too. They put out pieces too.
They have a couple different pieces. I have all the diamond releases of that.
Nice. Yeah, I think you should.
Yeah.
The different copies you have of that.
That's one of those companies I usually pick them up when I find them because they remind me of collecting DVDs back in the day.
Yep.
And a lot of the movies I already have, but it's still pretty cool to pick them up.
I love pieces. Pieces.
I have the Diamond Christmas Evil. I have the Diamond Silent Night Bloody Night. I have all.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Just because.
Actually, I sent you the Diamond Silent Night Bloody Night.
Yeah, you sent me that one. I have the I found the double feature though with Christmas Evil and Silent Night Bloody Night from Diamond.
Oh, nice.
The Demon, the slasher movie with
Yes,
the claw.
that's the only way I have that. I think
I
that's
have
the only
that
way it's
one.
ever been released, except for on VHS.
Also it's on like multi-packs too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I done the Demon for Slashback.
Yeah.
I like the Demon. That's a fun movie. A lot of people crap on that one too.
They crap on everything.
I don't get it. I don't get why they do that, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yep.
I'm surprised they haven't put out a better copy of the Demon. Oh, I also have the Psychic Killer on Diamond too. I believe they released that, and that's the only way I have that. The Psychic Killer.
A Name for Evil. That's Diamond.
Yes. Okay.
They're the only ones that released that.
I got that. Yep. Have you ever seen that, Jack? It's pretty good.
Yeah, for
good.
What? For Controversial View. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. It'll apparently people.
A Name for Evil.
Yeah,
that was a popular one. That was a popular controversial view too. We got a lot of views on that one. A Name for Evil. That was it's different.
It's different, and the controversy in it I thought was really clever. What they would do to actually put out a film. I thought, yeah,
that's a good movie. I like that one.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
Yeah, Diamond Entertainment. That's a fun company. I like finding those releases.
I love the way the discs fit in the
those little clips.
Little stupid things that we talk about all the time. Like I'm sure you know too, Jack. When you put the discs in the Diamond DVD, you push them down and it clamps over to hold the DVD in. I mean, it's just little dumb things that.
But it's funny because it's actually safer than a lot of these other cases. It doesn't crack the disc.
Yep.
Like it holds it in there right without cracking it.
I also have House on Haunted Hill, and that's a double feature with The Last Man on Earth.
Last Man on Earth. Yeah, I have Night of the Living Dead with Dementia 13.
Nice.
That's a double feature.
Nice.
I got a bunch of those Diamond releases.
Speaking of a remake that you might be interested in, Jack, have you ever seen the original Dementia 13?
Yes.
Have you ever seen the remake?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Both of those, yeah. I thought it was all right. I got to revisit it.
Yeah, I liked it.
I remember you talking about it, and I remember thinking, well, maybe I should go back and have another look at it. But I mean, so the first one came out in like the 60s, right? Or was it before that?
Francis Ford Coppola.
But I mean, I consider the first one a slasher movie too.
Yep.
Verge, I mean, it looks pretty good. The film chest editions. I mean, it's a really good transfer of Silent Night, Bloody Night. But yeah, I think it would be cool to see it get like a really like special edition release. That would be something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
especially with the history of that movie. I feel like they can do a lot of bonus features for that.
Oh yeah.
And they can even do
still alive.
Yeah, I mean, they could have some good documentaries. They could have the alternate cut with the different titles. I mean, I feel like there's a lot they could do with it. I would get it because it's my favorite Christmas slasher. So,
mine too.
Love it.
Man, there's just something about Silent Night, Deadly Night. I just can't get enough of the first one.
I love that movie too.
I went back through all of those again this December.
They're fun to watch. They're so much fun to watch.
Love them.
I like the third one. A lot of people don't like the third one, but I like the third one with Bill Moseley and the Brain Bucket.
Well, you say a lot of people don't like the third one. A lot of people don't like the fourth one, and I love the fourth one. The witchcraft
fourth one's growing on me. It's growing.
I think it's fun.
The fourth one may be my least favorite, but
I like it. You get some good nudity. You get the witches thing. I like it.
Yeah.
Joe, you don't like the remake, right?
I don't dislike it. I'm just I don't love it. I watch it wanting to like it more than I do, and I'm just left like disappointed.
Would you be happier if it had snow?
I think my issue with it, honestly, is that I love the first one so much. I love like how it's like a straight fun slasher. I don't like it. To me, it's more of like I don't like how that follows like the cops. I don't like it's like a cop story. It's like a cop.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's funny because like I love Gialli and a lot of that is like a cop kind of thing, but I think I expected with those with Silent Night, Deadly Night, I just wanted it to be like a straight cheesy slasher. And I feel like Silent Night, the remake, really isn't all that cheesy. It's more of like a serious kind of slasher with good kills, but it's more of like a cop movie. Like that's who we're following in that one.
Yeah. The girl.
Yeah.
And Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah. I think that's what throws it off for some reason for me.
And my doppelganger.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm the pissed off Santa Claus.
I was just kind of really hoping they would make more of them. I mean, I thought they got started off on the right foot. I thought I was really fascinated with how that movie ended, and I just wanted to see more.
Me too.
I think it would be cool if they did a remake of like an actual remake where it's like the same story. And they just do a little modernized thing. I mean, think about all the other slashers they've done like a true remake to. I feel like it could work. You know, I'm kind of surprised.
That original story was just like that. That first movie was a full, fleshed out movie. Like the entire journey from, his young childhood, all the way to the point where he goes through the what is it, like the foster school or whatever it is.
Yeah, the orphanage.
Yeah, the orphanage. And then then he takes the job and stuff, then he finally has the mental break there. But it's a full fleshed out story.
I love the store too. I love the toy store and stuff.
Me too. Ira's.
It's a big part of it for me.
Ira's Toys.
Yeah, I always find myself looking at the shelves.
Yeah.
Me too. Jabba's playset.
I got to meet Linnea, but I wish I would have talked to her about Silent Night, Deadly Night, but we talked about Return of the Living Dead.
Who did you get to meet? Linnea Quigley?
Yeah. And then we talked about Return of the Living Dead, and we talked about Sorority Girls and the Slime Ball Bowl-a-Roma.
Yeah.
You didn't talk about Don't Go Near the Park?
No.
I like that. I got to watch that again.
Her first appearance.
So when she showed up that day for autographs and pictures and stuff, I was the first one in her line that day, and she had already smelled like she was having a good time, if you know what I mean.
Oh, wow. Nice. What did you take for her to sign?
I always just buy the cards that they have, the pictures that they have.
Oh, that's cool.
Because usually it's like the movie covers and things like that. And I've gotten so many of them, they are kind of nice together,
Yeah, I usually get the photos too at the cons. From choose one of the photos and have them sign it.
I like that one.
Yeah, she's awesome. Her and Debbie Rashan and all of them. Julie Strain. Well, she was awesome. Any one of them that drops trowel is okay with me.
Phil Bauer.
For our amusement. Yeah. Silent Night, Deadly Night is awesome. It's still one of my favorites. Still one of my favorite Christmas movies.
I think I mentioned this in Joe's one of his videos in the comments. Like that, how it had the outside controversy and all the noise and people just losing their minds over that movie. But if you think about it, that's exactly what happened with Blood and Honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It brings attention to it.
Yep.
That's what put it over the top.
Yeah. And Annette couldn't be happier that it made money.
Annette said Linnea is so nice, very talkative too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was super sweet, like so good to me and my family. Really cool.
She seems like a nice person. She seems very small, like petite.
She is small. Like I'm small and she's smaller than me.
Huh. Yeah. I'm glad people are able to like talk to her and, you know, tell her how much horror's meant to them and, you know, people like that. I think that's really cool. Because, I mean, you know, she's aged. So they're still putting her in movies, which I think is cool, but it's not like it used to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, before, and a lot of movies would, like, if they needed a nude scene, let's just put Linnea in a small role and we'll get her naked in there. I mean, think about like Pumpkinhead 2, for example. Like, she's in that, but she's only in like that one scene because it's a sex scene and needed someone to be topless.
Yep.
I like it when she appeared in the last Thanksgiving that, you know, 2020. Yep. That was so cool. I actually did a review on that for my channel, but one of the parts I actually like in my video is like, so they're going to close the store down, the diner down for Thanksgiving if they don't. And no sooner does he mention that, Linnea comes walking in, their first customer of the day. And then she places her order for a sandwich, and then she decides that she doesn't like meat when they bring it up to serve her, and so then they have to make her a salad. It's freaking awesome. They just can't get her order right.
Yeah. That's a fun movie. It's very surprising.
I reviewed that one a few years back for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I did that for Body Bags, as a matter of fact. Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a good, fun Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah, there's not too many of them.
I still want to know what the heck's up with the vat of gravy in the floor. That's freaking awesome. I want one of those in my house.
I like Pilgrim too. I wish that would have gotten a release.
Pilgrim, yeah.
I just wish I could think of cool stuff like that, you know, like a pit of gravy in the floor of your house that melts the flesh from the bones. That's freaking awesome. Pilgrim, I watched that one for the first time in November.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot too.
Yeah, it was fun. I wish it would get a release. I mean, I don't understand.
I wish they would do like a box set of all those.
Yes, you and me both. Because we have a few of them that we did for Halloween.
We have the Christmas ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving, the Halloween ones.
Halloween ones, yeah.
Yep. So
there were a lot of good ones. Actually, I don't think I've seen one that I didn't like. And I watched something on Hulu last time I was over my daughter's. And I can't remember what it's called, but it was about an aging children's show performer that is able to draw kids in through the television. It's a very, very interesting movie. Very mean-spirited, too. So, I can't remember what it was called. It was on Hulu.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think it's called Mr. Something. Like the guy's name is Mr. Yeah, I know exactly. I can picture the guy and everything.
It's a wild one.
Yeah.
A wild one.
I've not seen that one yet, but I know what you're talking about too.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Cricket or something like that?
Yeah, Mr. Yeah, Mr. Yeah, it sounds like that. Mr. Cricket, Mr. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just thought it looked interesting, and I was like, I'll watch it. I got nothing better to do. Except for let the dogs out.
So I actually watched Trap on Hulu the other night, so now I have to buy a copy of it, which I was going to get a copy anyway, but man,
so good.
Great.
I'm glad you liked it because a lot of people, of course, don't, but
like nobody at my work likes it. And I just wanted somebody to talk to about this movie, and like nobody likes it. It's kind of me and my wife both loved it.
I thought it was really good. I don't know what people's problem is.
I think that the fact that people know about him, but to me, I mean, that's fine. I just want to know how the situation is going to play out, you know, and then even after it moves from outside of that venue,
the arena,
and then it goes to
his house
home and stuff.
Yeah.
I was fascinated with it, and then like I couldn't have been more pleased with how it ended.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
It keeps you hooked the whole time. It flies by because you're so invested, and you're like, you find yourself like rooting for him to get away. You're like, oh my god, he's gonna get caught, and like you don't want him to. It's
I know, we're sick.
But he does such a good job with
He's
it
so
because
likable.
yeah, he does such a good job, and you find you don't want him to get caught, obviously, because you want him to keep going. It's like, how's he gonna get out of this one? How's he gonna get out of this one? How's he gonna get out of this one?
He was just so angry, but he got to the point he was just so angry he wasn't going to get to see his kids grow up.
Yep.
Yeah. It's definitely, and that's the thing I don't understand. His movies, people have a big problem with most of his movies, but I think they're so damn creative.
Mm-hmm.
And the twists and turns are so good.
I rewatched Devil this past October, and I really enjoyed that one too.
Good movie.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Did he do that one too?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I think he produced it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Movie. Yeah. See, there was a series of them that he produced. Did he also produce The Visit?
He directed that one.
He directed that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those two are the two I had switched up on which one he produced and which one he directed. But I like both of those.
Yeah, The Visit's great. Split. Mm-hmm. Have you seen Split?
Mm-hmm.
I like that one too. Thought it was really well made. And I got to watch Glass. I just watched Glass not that long ago. It's really good. Really good.
I couldn't do the Bruce Willis one. So I never took that journey.
Yeah. Unbreakable was good. It's not one of my favorites, but I do like it. I mean, I like the
Unbreakable is one of my favorites, actually.
Is it really?
I love Unbreakable, yeah, because I think it's such a clever story, and
yeah,
I love watching it play out. It's like a superhero movie bordering on like the horror line, you know? It's pretty cool.
I'm surprised you haven't watched Glass yet.
Yeah, I don't know. It took me a long time to watch Split. It's almost like I want to like savor them. I don't know. It's weird.
It's really good. And if you like Split and you like Unbreakable,
Kelly's got it. Mr. Crockett. That's the name of that movie.
Crockett.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, it is, Michael. Love it. Devil.
Yeah, Devil is underrated. Mr. Crockett. It's kind of, like I said, it's mean-spirited. But,
I want to see it now.
It's different. It's definitely a different sort of film.
But ain't it crazy? Like, as much stuff is out there and you see it and you kind of like, yeah, that seems interesting. But when you kind of get on YouTube and you get to hearing your buddies start talking about it and stuff, and you're like, man, maybe I do need to check that out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. It's hard to know who's blowing smoke and who is actually, if you have a friend like Joe or you that have similar tastes as me, then I know that I can pretty much take your opinions for what they are, rather than someone who just makes rant videos or someone who, you know what I mean, just reviews. It has to be somebody like that I trust, I guess.
Yeah, I think that it's almost like, I guess I seem like I like everything.
Me too. That's our problem.
Too much. I mean, yeah, I don't like Skinamarink, but I'm not going to talk about it because I don't feel any need.
Exactly.
I should say something.
Exactly.
I don't really, I didn't like it. I just said my piece, and it's fine. You don't have to like everything. Exactly. But I'm not going to do like a 5 or 10 minute video destroying it. But yeah, I mean, I can do a review and score a movie a 4 and say it's an 8-minute review. 7 minutes and 30 seconds of it are probably all the good things about that movie that I scored a 4.
That's why we do positive spin.
Yep.
For that reason. Exactly, Kelly.
Yep. We do all like different things. It's fun being able to talk to people though and get like recommendations of something you've never heard of, or it's like, hey, I got to see that. Like Methodic, if it was available.
I mean, you could buy it on Amazon, and you know, you know what I'm kind of curious about?
What?
So, like, you make that purchase on Amazon. How much does that actually help the director?
I have no idea.
I think it, you know, and I did buy. I went ahead and bought a digital copy of it also.
Really?
So I have my physical, and I have it on there also.
Huh.
Which is kind of cool, because later on, like I told you, I was talking with the director, and he told me that he actually kind of upgraded it visually and stuff, you know.
Oh, for the digital copy?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So I think that's kind of neat. So I'm going, which, you know, I'm kind of old school though. Like, I'm used to I grew up watching things on VHS, and slasher movies in particular do not need to look polished.
Exactly.
That's what I always say. Sometimes I prefer to watch them on VHS.
And that's, if you watch Mortuary, it gives away the killer, unless you watch it on VHS. Then you don't know it's the killer that, yeah.
You know, a lot of those slasher films I'm always defending from like the 2000s, they have like those movies, those B movies from that time period have a really kind of gritty quality to them. And I freaking love that look.
Me too. It's almost like a polished, low budget look in a way.
Like you know, you mentioned Greenskeeper earlier, like that look,
yeah.
You know, to me, that looks good.
Yeah. And they tried a bunch of stuff on that, and it seems like a bigger budget movie than it actually is, because of the camera style, the directing style, and all that kind of stuff, the editing. So, you know,
like The Pool and stuff like that. Like those movies look good.
I love The Pool. Love The Pool. Actually, you sent me The Pool, and I've watched it probably 5 times since you sent it to me.
Wasn't it kind of getting hard to find too?
Yeah, very.
That time?
Very.
There's a part 2, and I don't have it. I've never gotten to see it.
Me neither. That's been, I know JP isn't here anymore, but he was talking about our Grail items, and that's one of them. The Pool 2. Because I just want to see it. It's now bothering me that I haven't seen it.
I mean, you kind of have, though.
Well, yeah.
That's what it is. It's just, do you want to know a secret?
Yeah. Yeah, but didn't they change? They changed stuff about it, though. I'm pretty sure.
Not really. It's I have the clips of like what's different in the movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
All they did was add in a little piece of like a news anchor, like explaining what happened basically in the first movie, which leads into, do you want to know a secret?
Interesting. Huh.
It's not, you know what I mean? It's one of those deals, like they just kind of did it to capitalize.
Yeah.
Early 2Ks is like polished 80s horror VHS.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
True. That's true. Or Vibe.
Yep. Final.
That's a good point.
Final cut. Final
cut. No.
There's cut. Final.
Final stab.
Final stab. Yeah.
Final stab. I like that one.
Cut was another one.
Molly Ringworm.
Slash. I like Slash a lot too.
We just did that. We did that for Positive Spin.
Slash.
Yeah.
We did Frightmare.
That's what we did. Yeah. I get the covers mixed up because they both look so much alike.
Yep. We did Frightmare.
I've seen that.
Slash it's kind of got the musical band.
Yeah, I like Slash. Slash is good, yeah.
Yeah, the Scarecrow Killer in that one's really cool looking.
Yeah.
It's not like your traditional type Scarecrow looking dude.
And then, even though it's like 1999, I think, The Clown at Midnight, that's another one that has that same feel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I gotta get
I've got a Australian release of that one.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I imported it, yep.
I think 98, it's I've Been Waiting for You. That's another one that has that same feel.
That's a tough one to find.
But I also have A Clown at Midnight on VHS too. So
that's how I have it. Yeah,
which is even better than that DVD copy. But
yep,
you know, like when you have see that thing that you gotta have, and you gotta have it.
Yep.
Yep.
I like the early 2000 movies. That's why we did that stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually went back and watched that. That was a lot of fun. That's what I should have been involved in.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Slade, how you doing?
What's up, Slade?
That was a while ago. I mean, we can probably do that again at some point.
Yeah, there's a lot of them to choose from. That's for damn sure.
And I went back and rewatched where you guys did the franchise frenzy. Oh, actually, when I come in and joined the chat, I was like kind of like midway through or something. So I actually went back and restarted that one and watched it all the way back through and stuff. So that way I could kind of, yeah, where I could kind of see how you guys fitted it all together. And I was totally fascinated with all the analytics that Joe had put into all of that. That was freaking crazy.
You and me both.
That was crazy. I loved it though. Wow. I loved
it. It was, we had such a fun idea, we thought, when we did it. And then, like, as it was actually happening, it was like, oh man, this is a lot of work.
Yeah. We were busting out 2 or 3 a night, and sometimes 2 or 3 a day.
I'm saying even like the calculating though of like people's results. I'm saying you know, because I wanted it to be accurate. I didn't. Everybody was watching these movies. This was like the most accurate way to get get a view of what people prefer as their favorite franchises.
And most of them, well, let's put it this way: all of them hold true. If you really think about it,
all of them hold true. It's the most objective way to do it.
Yes, 100%.
There are some surprises, and there were some that weren't surprises. But
I got some surprises on mine.
I mean, if people are watching the movies and people are ranking them themselves, then they can't say, "Well, this isn't my favorite." Well, you ranked it that way, so it is. Like,
exactly.
Then you shouldn't be ranking it the way that you're ranking it if you don't think it's your favorite.
And pretty much everybody was extremely appreciative.
Kelly, we know your result. Halloween one, of course.
You got a 10 out of 10 all across the board.
Yep. Yeah, they're big fan. And seeing that, you know, I couldn't have told you what Shannon and Kelly's favorite franchise was, but as we started to go along the franchise frenzy, I kept seeing Halloween pop up, and Rob, Friday the 13th, popped up for most of his. So Kelly, you get to know what people like.
Kelly was Halloween and then Scream, top 2, easy.
Yeah, yeah. And Shannon was probably too.
It was fun. It was definitely fun seeing the results.
And they put a lot of work into it. Everyone that did it put a lot of work into it. Dan did it.
Yep.
Brad did it.
Yep. Chris.
Rob.
Yep. Shannon, Kelly, Anthony. Yeah, everybody.
Yep.
Everybody had fun.
Put a lot of work. That's a lot to watch. 30 some movies in a month.
Well, look at us. I mean, we did 60. We started with 60 franchises.
Yep.
60.
Man,
we're doing 60 movies for just one round.
And so that's basically like four plus, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Had to have at least 4 movies in the franchise.
Yep. I wish I would have kept track of every time we changed things. It happened so many times. Like, we started out with 30, and then it was 20, and then it was 40, then it was back to 20 again, then it was 50. Oh, we might as well do 55, and then it was 60. And I know I'm missing a whole bunch of them here and there, but it was changed so many times. It's like, wait a minute, what if we actually did this?
We were at 24 at one point, because we were like 24 franchises for 2024.
Yep.
And we
let's just add another one and make it 25.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're just like, you know what? Let's just do as many as we possibly can think of right now. We did 60.
Man, that was fun. That was a good time.
So, considering we talked about it earlier, do you remember where Stepfather landed?
Stepfather? Oof.
I have the results. I have the results right here. We did, yeah. No, we did.
We did Stepfather?
We didn't do
Stepfather.
We didn't do Stepfather.
Yeah. It was one that we had a cutoff point, and we had a couple that were substitutions.
61?
It would have been 61. Yeah. See, we were actually going to
cut. Was at 61, baby.
It is weird that we didn't do that one. Like, why the hell didn't we do that one?
Well, we were going to substitute.
All right, start all over.
Poltergeist and The Exorcist were going to get cut because they're not either one of our favorite.
I'm glad we did The Exorcist though because of of the ninth configuration.
Yeah, definitely, and Believer too.
Yeah, but the ninth configuration we probably wouldn't have watched if we didn't do it for Franchise Frenzy.
That's true. Yep, that's true.
I do have to rewatch The Exorcist Believer because I fell asleep.
It's a long movie.
I blame it on myself though. So I didn't really blame it on the movie. That was me.
It's my favorite one in the franchise.
Yeah, mine too.
I thought it was really the first one. I thought it was really well done.
I like the first one too, but the first one for me has I'd be more likely to fall asleep in the first one than I would be for Believer. Yeah,
it's got some pacing issues.
Well, I mean, for me, I don't really consider it pacing issues just because I'm enjoying the story.
Yeah. No, I am too, but like I always say, there's like one thing that stands out with The Exorcist is how many damn times you have to show her at the hospital. Like we know, we know they're doing it. Like there's certain things like you can do in a movie where it's already insinuated, like we know, So we've already seen her at the hospital once. Why are we seeing her again? They're doing the same thing. Kelly says ninth configuration was so awesome. It is. I love that movie.
It's really good.
Exorcist.
And Slade says you guys rewatch it. I do. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, the ninth configuration is awesome.
But yeah, ninth configuration, amazing.
I love the new Exorcist. I thought it was great.
No, I think the first Omen has to be easily one of my top 5 favorite films of last year.
The first Omen is my favorite Omen movie.
Yes, mine too.
It's good. I mean, it was really good.
It was. I
was blown away by it.
Yep, me too.
That's another series that has, well, the first one and the third one have pacing problems to me. I've always loved the second one because I think the kills are better. I like it because it's a little bit more mean-spirited than some of the other ones.
You know how I feel about 4. I mean, 4 is the hated one.
4 is good.
I love 4.
I like 4.
The Awakening?
Yeah.
I like that
it. I mean, I grew up with it, so I mean, I like that.
The first Omen is interesting because I typically, I only watch things that I own. It's just my rule that I have. And remember the day it came out on Blu-ray, I hadn't seen the movie yet, obviously, and because I'm not a huge fan of that franchise, I was like, you know what? It's on Hulu. I'm gonna watch it. I woke up early in the morning. I watched it on Hulu, and I
bought it.
I loved it. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to get to Walmart and buy this today. And I went out and bought it. And I remember telling Jason, I was like, you got to get it. You got to get it. You're going to like it. And I
did. I liked it a lot.
First Omen is great.
Yeah.
I love the ending too. Like
Me too.
I could have sat there and watched another hour of it.
I want more. Yeah. I want the next one now because of how that one ends.
Yep.
Are they announced another one?
Yeah, well, they're supposed to follow those 2 characters at the end that get a visit at the very end, obviously. Like, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but so obviously this comes before the original Omen. We see where that movie takes us. So now we get to see the survivors, what's happening with them while all this is going on.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like a sort of like a parallel franchise to what we already have.
That's a good idea.
It is. It is a good idea because what happened to them, we don't know now.
And you can take it different directions too.
Exactly.
I was surprised that they did that. I was surprised that they went back and they made that film, but I'm so glad they did.
So good.
Yeah. Immaculate was really good too. I liked Immaculate a lot.
Loved Immaculate.
I'm primarily a slasher.
Put that one off.
You put that one off?
Mm-hmm.
I think if you like the first Omen, I think you'd like Immaculate as much, if not more.
It's good. It's really good.
Damn good. I prefer it to the first Omen.
Yeah, you said that when we watched it. You were really big. I'm close with them. I might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were really high on Immaculate when we watched it.
Dang, I'm really missing out then. So
really good. There's so many movies that really caught me by surprise, like Alien, Romulus. I loved it. So good. Have you seen that yet?
Mm-hmm. I like how it's got like the alien blood floating in the gravity.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah,
everybody loves
so creative.
That. How can you not love that part?
Abigail was another really fun one.
Yeah, that was fun.
How about Blink? How about Blink Twice? Have you seen Blink Twice?
I've not seen that one. I thought this one was fun.
I haven't seen Sting. I was curious about that. Yeah.
You liked it?
I did.
Good.
Fun creature feature.
I'll keep it in mind. Yeah, I like creature features. Yes. I'm scared to death of spiders, so that should be good for me.
How about the Mousetrap, Jack? That's a slasher. What'd you think of that?
Yeah.
I've got that one's kind of a mixed bag for me. Yeah. I liked it. There are parts about it that are kind of annoying. Like
Let me guess.
Teleporting stuff.
Teleporting.
There you go. There you go. I knew it.
But I mean, I think the setting's pretty fun.
Yeah, it took me by surprise at first too. But I mean, we're talking about someone who is donning a Mickey Mouse mask. So I mean, all bets are kind of off at that point, and you might as well be creative with it.
Yeah, there's part of me that appreciates the fact that they tried something different with it, like that.
Yeah,
I was like, because I wasn't expecting that. I mean, Jason actually told me about it before I watched it, and I was like, yeah, that could be interesting. So I liked the movie. It was definitely fun. Did you see the Did you see the Crow?
It's one of those things that I think when I watch it the second time, I probably will enjoy it even more. You know,
I did.
I've not seen the Crow.
You haven't?
I have not seen it. No.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be doing our 2024 ranking. I'll just say this: we're not done watching all the movies yet. I would be surprised if The Crow is not dead last for both of us when we do our ranking. And that's coming from us. You know how we are. We
like everything.
We did a positive spin for it. It hasn't come up yet. We already filmed it. It'll be coming up at some point this year. So we did a positive spin, but truthfully, it was a tough go.
Yeah, it was a rough one.
It was disappointing because I really wanted to like it, but
yeah, I did too.
I didn't like it based off the trailer, but I mean,
I liked the ending, but everything leading up to it was kind of rough.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Cuckoo?
I haven't watched it yet.
No, not yet.
Man, that's one of the craziest movies I've seen from this past year.
My mom watched it a week or two ago. She liked it. She said it was like crazy, but she said she really liked it.
Nice. Yes. I can't wait to watch it.
I still have to watch. Still got a bunch to watch, but
Night Swim. We haven't watched that yet. Lisa Frankenstein.
Quiet Place Day One. We have to watch.
Yeah, we haven't watched that either.
Oddity. Smile 2, Heretic.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. So Night Swim I struggled with.
Really?
Oddity was made out to be like the scariest movie of the year, and it felt very, very tame for me.
I had a feeling.
But you guys know the character that you're dealing with here, so that is a tame. That's a tame movie for me. Like I prefer the fear,
Okay, that makes sense.
But let's see what else. Name some of those off again.
Did you see Imaginary?
No, I have it, but I've not watched that one yet. I heard a lot of people trashing that one too.
I liked it for what it was. I thought it was a good movie.
How about Maxine? Did you see Maxine?
Yes, I did see Maxine.
Yeah, I liked it.
Probably my least favorite of those three because I mean X is my favorite.
It's actually my favorite. I like Maxine, then X, and then Pearl.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I could go with that. I love the 80s vibe, the whole night slasher thing, and just nights, it's the Night Stalker. And Kevin Bacon was great in that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could go with that because Pearl, it had some like stuff that's like way too drawn out.
Yeah.
That freaking
Pearl was. I like the last 15 minutes of Pearl.
Michael says Oddity is so good. I'm really looking forward to watching that.
Okay. Well, I have to hear what you guys say then.
Yeah, we haven't watched that one yet. Lisa Frankenstein, we haven't watched that yet.
Nope. I don't know that. I mean, I'm not saying that Oddity is in any way, shape, or form not a good film. I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe I just kind of, everybody was talking about it being the scariest thing this year. I think
it was.
Did pick it up.
Even on the Science of Scare, that was like the scariest movie of the year, according to that. So
really,
yeah,
not Toast Off, huh?
No. I'm saying that of the past year.
Yeah. Well, I figured Host would probably still be on there.
No, I'm saying that was released in the past year. Host wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Released. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Of 2024, I mean.
So, A Quiet Place Day One, probably my least favorite of all those.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm looking forward to watching that one because I loved The Quiet Place and A Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
I love both of those movies.
I thought we were supposed to get another one last year.
This year I think is the next one.
Okay. All right. It'll officially be a franchise then.
Yep.
Well, you guys haven't seen it, right?
No.
Okay, so I'll just hold my thoughts on it then, because I don't want to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching Oddity.
Yeah, me too.
I liked Baghead.
Yeah.
You didn't like that one?
I haven't seen it, but I saw it on Amazon, and I was like, it looks interesting.
Sort of at Walmart. I just didn't get it.
Yeah.
I liked that one.
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the Shudder originals, I've liked a lot of them.
I like that one better than Oddity, for my own personal taste.
Yeah. There was like one of them that I didn't like, and I can't remember the name of it. But so far, all of them have been passable, except for the one that I just didn't care for, and I can't remember the name of the movie. Let's see if I can look it up. It just didn't work for me. Yeah. Let's see. Well, VHS Beyond comes in February 4th. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that one was good. I liked it. I like the VHS films. I like them.
I do too.
Jack, have you seen Heretic, Jack?
No, I have not seen that one yet.
I'm really curious about that.
Hear a lot of good things.
Yeah. I just got that on Tuesday, or Wednesday. Actually,
you've got it. Cool.
Yeah.
What did you get?
Heretic.
Oh yeah.
That's got the Hugh Grant, right?
Yep.
Man, every time I think about him, I think of The Lair of the White Worm.
Yeah.
And that's
another one I didn't like.
A lot of people might not know about, but I always think of him in that movie for some reason.
Is that for Fangoria Challenge?
Yeah. And I didn't like that one either when I first watched it. And then when we watched it for Fangoria, I kind of liked it.
That's entertaining. It's fun. It's different.
Reminds me of my childhood watching that stuff when I was probably too young to be watching it.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a wild one. And they're like showing every single Shudder movie except for the one that I'm looking for. Of course. Ridiculous.
I feel like there's some more good ones from Shudder this year, but I'm drawing a blank. Backhead came to mind. I did like that one.
They've done so many of them. I think I've resigned myself to the fact that I don't have a chance at even getting half of them, so I might as well just be picky on what I get.
It was easier when Dollar Tree was carrying them all.
You got that right. Every single fucking one of them, except for that one.
Womp womp.
This is crazy. Yeah, big old fat womp womp. Son of a bitch. Nope. Ah. Yeah, boy. Do I pursue this any further? Yes. Because I have problems.
Are you tapping out with Shudder?
Yeah. Original movies. Here we go. It's not that old, I don't think. I got that from that. I got it from the lady that, the DVD lady, I call her. VHS 85, When Evil Lurks. Stop motion. Okay, I've gone too far.
I like stop motion too. I like that one.
We still have to watch that one.
I liked it. I like the story to it, and it kind of goes places. I dug it.
Did you see Dark Glasses?
No, I have it, but I've not watched it.
Stop it, Joe.
About Deep Red.
Deep Red.
Tenebrae.
Yeah. This might be it. Nope, that's not it. Damn. It's got a white cover. Probably doesn't help. That's not it.
Is it infested with the spiders or whatever?
It's got a girl on the front cover. I think she has a wedding dress on, or like a part of a wedding dress on, and she's got an axe.
You probably passed
Bad
it 14
Things.
times.
Huh?
Bad Things, yeah.
Bad Things.
I think that's right. I think
that's with Molly Ringwald, right?
Bad Things.
Molly Ringwald's in one of those. Yeah, I thought that she was in Bad Things.
I don't know, but I did not like Bad Things, the one that you're talking about. I think. Yep, that's it. I didn't like it.
Bad Things.
I struggled through that. Does it say that Molly Ringwald's in that?
No. Yeah, she's in that one.
Yeah, she is in that.
Yeah. I
did not like it.
See, I put it out of my mind. I didn't even remember she was in it.
I almost picked that one.
Better than I did.
I almost picked that up recently. You know, I'm glad I did.
Bad Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't care for it. Didn't care for it at all. Very. There was a lot of woke things in there.
Oh, I'm not getting it.
Yeah, I know why you're.
So sick.
Physical media matters. There we are. Yeah, that was the one. The only one that I pretty much seen that I didn't really like. The rest of them I thought were passable. Ruin Me was pretty good.
I like that one.
The one about the comic book. What the hell is that called? Acts of violence, random acts of violence. I like that
one. I have a copy of that one, but I've not watched it either.
I enjoyed that one. What else? I have a bunch of them. Monsters. I like that.
I remember watching your video for that one.
Yeah, I did.
What's in the bag?
Yeah. Monstrous was pretty good. I like that one. Like, I'm pretty easy. If you give me a halfway decent story, some blood and gore and some kills, I'm fine.
What's the one with the galactic bathroom stall thing?
I'm not sure. I don't know if I've seen that one.
The glory hole from space.
I got a bunch of them. Some of them I haven't watched yet.
And then there's Slacks with the killer pants.
I love that. That movie was just fun. I mean, it did have some woke stuff in it, but it kind of also made fun of woke stuff at the same time.
Yeah. I know the one I'm talking about sounds really funny and off the wall, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. Now I'm curious on what it's called.
Let's see. I did a few of them for What's in the Bag. Because I would always put them in there. Tigers Are Not Afraid was a good one.
Spoonful of Sugar is another one that I have.
I think I like that.
I think so too. I think that's why I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the one with the violent something or violence? It's like the group that they're like the mediation group.
Talking about Mayhem?
No. It's a Shudder one. I forget what it's called. I can picture it too. I have it. That one was pretty fun.
I have The Marshes. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I have that one too. I haven't watched it.
It's a slasher.
Yep. That's why I got it.
Yeah, me too. A lot of them. Sissy. I did get that one.
Well, you name calling now. Is it better than Piggy?
Definitely.
That friggin' movie.
Darn it. The Cleansing Hour I haven't watched yet.
I like that one.
Was it? Was it good?
Yeah, I like that one.
I loved Revenge. I thought Revenge was great.
Revenge is good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was really good.
That was the first one they did.
Yeah, so the one I was talking about is actually called Glorious.
Glorious? Is it weird?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
Yes, it's weird.
Hey, Rob. Damn, almost 12:30.
It should be on. It should also be on Shudder.
Is it a positive spin today, or is it our new segment?
Should be the new one.
Hey, it's our new
videos popping up.
Yep.
Let's see how people like that one. Yesterday's didn't do that good, Contamination, but then again, they took down my thumbnail, so
mine got over 100 for Contamination.
Mine didn't. Well, I'm glad yours did well.
Subservience is doing pretty well.
I still need to see The Substance.
That was really good.
Ooh, yeah.
That was good.
That's one of the other ones I got this week. I got The Substance, Smile 2, and Heretic.
Yeah.
The Rejuvenator remake.
Pretty much.
I like The Rejuvenator. That's a fun movie.
The sad thing about that is is we can kind of sit here and laugh about it and stuff, but it's really sad how many people have not gotten to see Rejuvenator to know that.
Yeah, I agree.
When I was watching The Substance, I was like, so this is basically the Rejuvenator.
Yeah. And that's been lost on VHS for years.
Yep.
Still got my copy, baby.
Me too.
Joe made me a copy of it, sent it to me.
Good.
I was like, ooh.
Good movie.
Yeah, definitely.
I got an ace in the hole there, in your back pocket.
Mongrel was pretty good too. I was surprised about that one. That one kind of took me by surprise, and no one talks about that one either.
No, I've not seen that one.
It's an 80s one that shocked me a little. That was so good. So you're going to get more Stepfather today, Jack?
Yeah.
I'm getting more Stepfather today. Oh, videos? That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Our new segment.
Is it for the remake Stepfather?
It's the original or the remake. We're doing a new
okay.
series where we use 5 criteria in order to judge which movie is better.
Yeah, I would go with the original on that, even though I do have a newfound respect for the remake. I think it was really fun. Had an absolute blast watching it. Like my only criticism is too many people survived it.
Yeah. Well, we go with
this. We use like 5 different categories with this to kind of almost like a franchise frenzy thing to make it as objective as possible.
Yeah.
So it's like setting and atmosphere is one category, the characters and the cast is a second category. We have pacing and runtime as a category, the storyline with any plot twists and reveals, and then we have the 5th category is the X factor, which is basically anything else. So it could be gore, kills, nudity, nostalgia, whatever it might be. So basically, no matter what, one of the movies is going to get it, at least 3 points. That's to determine the best out of 5, basically.
Yeah. Joe Sholin.
Like I had mentioned on the remake and stuff, I think that movie had an opportunity to leave a pretty deep impact because, so this dude has already been doing this stuff, and even the first film, which I know, well, even in the remake. He's finishing off a family and getting ready to move on to the other.
Yeah.
So he's very well experienced. He's very well experienced in this. And as many kids as the family he moved into, he should have been able to always take one of them out. And that would have left a impact on the ending,
Yeah.
Especially at the beginning in the remake because that's the Christmas scene. Like the kids are dead too. Like he kills that whole family.
That's what I'm saying. So they could have still showed it. Yeah. And I think that would have really put an impact on the ending.
Yeah, Rob, I'm not sure either. I mean, I
loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. Do I like it more than the original? No, but it's still a really good movie.
Yeah, it comes in 3rd place in my ranking so far.
Yeah. Prey at Night is number 1.
Being, number 1.
Yeah.
But it's a really solid movie.
It is.
And, to be fair, if I'm going to sit here and be a little bit critical, which I don't think I'm being super strict or anything. But if I really want to be fair, the first Stepfather didn't have a lot of kills in it either.
No,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
I feel like the horror is more of like Jill Schoelen's character knowing what's happening, and the one person who believes her gets killed, with her therapist. So then it's like it's more of like that. It's like nobody believes me. It's almost like Scream for Help. I feel like it's very similar to the Stepfather for the same idea. Like in Scream for Help, the girl knows what's happening with her mom's boyfriend, but it's like nobody believes her. So what she's supposed to do?
She's screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and her character from the first movie, I mean, it's one of the reasons why it's probably the best in the franchise too.
Yeah, definitely
for sure.
I always liked her. There's just something about her.
Oh yeah.
All right then.
Something about her, huh?
There's just something about her. I mean, she's cute. She seems like genuine. She doesn't have to work to try to act that hard.
She looks natural.
Yes.
Like even in that movie, she looks like she's underage, even though she's not. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
Like she looks like a young younger teenager in the film.
So I'm guessing it's easy to say that she's an underrated scream queen.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I think so.
Yeah, Shannon did a bunch of her movies for 31 Days of Halloween.
Yep.
I think she did every movie she was in.
She may have, yeah.
Yeah. Because she's a Joel Sholin fan.
I mean, if you think about that stretch she had right there from the late 80s, I mean, that was some really solid films from that stretch right there.
Yep.
Yeah, Stepfather's great. What do you think about Phantom of the Opera, the Robert Englund one?
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Me too.
I always liked that one too.
That one got a lot of heat.
Annette says, "What do you guys think about Demi Moore being up for the Academy Award for The Substance?" I'm glad she was nominated. Disappointed that Margaret Qualley also wasn't, because I feel like they both did great.
Yes.
Margaret took on a lot of the responsibility too, with all the makeup, especially at the end.
Yeah.
But I will say, having seen Honora twice, I really hope Mikey Madison wins the Oscar, because I think she deserves it.
Is that up for an Academy Award?
Yeah, and she's nominated for Best Actress, Mikey Madison.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Looks like I have to get that one.
So she's the second Ghostface killer to be nominated for Best Actress, because of what's her face? Jackie from Roseanne got nominated for an Oscar. And
that's right. Oh my God.
And now Mikey Madison. So
I forgot all about that.
Mrs. Loomis and Amber, both Oscar nominated.
That's crazy. I forgot.
Okay, guys. So my earbud is beeping again. So I don't really want to have to struggle with the other earbuds again. So
yeah, we're probably going to shut down.
Up.
Yeah, we're going to shut down. So,
all right, guys.
I do want to say thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you, brother.
And everybody in the chat, thank you for joining us.
Yes. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. And remember, physical media matters. Good night, everybody.
Good night.